go
I'll have to
stream.
put my filter on. While you were gone, I said some dumb stuff.
Oh, yeah, no, it wasn't on yet.
Yeah. I realized, like, oh shit, maybe she's streaming. I fucked.
No. Where are?
Rawr.
I'm just waiting for my iPhone to turn on so I can put my mouse. Forgot to do.
You're gonna hook up your mouth?
Yeah.
You're gonna hook up your mouth? What the fuck?
Two dogs. Race is a fucker. I gotta go shut the door out. 1 minute.
Oh no, my fucking headset. My goddamn headset. It shut off. It doesn't have any battery. I need to put it on charging mode. What? Why am I speaking like this? Speak like I'm drunk. It's my goddamn charger. What is with me? I think I'm tired. I'm speaking to myself and I'm swearing a lot.
Oh.
I have no clue what's wrong with
Hi,
me.
Skull.
Something happened.
I'm eating and we're watching Homestuck. Are you in for this, Skull?
Here's my goddamn charger.
Hey, are you ready?
My headphones.
Skull, Copy, are you ready?
There. Now I can hear.
Are you ready?
Yep. My headset died, but now it's fixed.
I don't think I turned up the...
A young man stands in his bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 13th of April, is this young man's birthday. Though it was 13 years ago that he was given life, it is only today that he will be given a name. What will the name of this young man be? You choose to enter his name. Zeusmel Pooplord. Try again,
copy.
smartass. John
Egbert.
Yes, let's go with that, shall we? John Egbert decides to examine his room. Your name is John. As was previously mentioned, it is your birthday. A number of cakes are scattered about your room. You have a variety of interests, but you have a passion for really terrible movies. You like to program computers, but you are not very good at it. You have a fondness for paranormal lore, and you are an aspiring amateur magician. You also like to play games sometimes. What will you do, John? John will quickly retrieve his arms from the drawer. Your arms are in your magic chest, Poop Lord. Remove the cake from the magic chest for him. Out of sympathy for John's perceived lack of arms, you pick up the cake for him and put it on his bed. John quickly retrieves his arms from the magic chest.
Oh.
You receive your fake arms from the chest. You use these for hilarious antics. You capture log them in your Silodex, but you have no idea what that actually means, though. There are other items in the chest. Go on, John, look inside that chest. In here, you keep an array of humorous and mystical artifacts, each one a devastating weapon in the hands of a skilled magician or a cunning prankster. You are neither of these things. Among the artifacts are 2 fake arms currently capture logged in your Silodex, 1 pair of trick handcuffs, 1 stunt sword, 1 magician's hat, 1 pair of Beagle Puss glasses, several smoke pellets, several blood capsules, and 1 copy of Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery, and 1 copy of Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Caveney. Some of this stuff may come in handy at a later point, but for now, you just decide to take the smoke pellets. You stow the smoke pellets on one of your capture log cards in your Silodex. You still aren't totally sure what that means, but at least you're starting to get a hang of the vernacular at least. You have 2 empty capture log cards remaining, and John tries to equip his fake arms. You aren't totally sure if equip is the verb copacetic with the abstract behavioural medium in which you dwell, but you give it a try anyway. Unfortunately, you cannot access the fake arms. Their card is underneath the one you just used to capture log the smoke pellets. You will have to use the pellets first in order to access the arms, but this is probably unadvisable since you just make your room lousy with smoke. Your Silodex's fetch modus is currently dictated by the logic of a stack data structure. You are never all that great with data structures and you find the concept puzzling and mildly irritating. But with any hope, perhaps you will advance new, more practical fetch modi for your Silodex with a little more experience. John chooses to look at his Problem Sleuth poster. Is it even possible to get any more hard-boiled than that? You really doubt it. This poster was one of your wisest purchases. There is a nice spot on the wall next to it, and you've been meaning to hang another poster there soon. But there is a note on the drawer, and for now you should probably read it. Happy birthday, son. I am so proud of you. The note is rich with the aromas of fatherly aftershaves and colognes. Beside the note is a rolled up poster. Take the poster. Another birthday artifact. You wonder what is printed on the poster. You'll need some way to hang it on your wall. You should probably acquire some hammer and nails as they will come in handy. Especially for just such an occasion. You first place the hammer into your Silodex, but for now all of your capture log cards are full. You wonder what will happen if you try to take the nails. You guess it doesn't hurt to try. You capture log 4 nails into the top card and push all the artifacts down a card. The fake arms are pushed entirely out of the deck. Oh well, they're probably completely useless anyway, but you don't want to do that again unless you want to drop the smoke pellets and suffer the consequences. In any case, you feel like you have gathered enough things to get down some business and do some really important stuff. The next thing you do will probably be exceptionally meaningful. And suddenly it passes through his mind that he should squawk like an imbecile and shit on his desk. This is the dumbest idea you've had in weeks. Stupid, stupid, stupid! And yet, the polished surface of your desk, it beckons. Instead, you merge the top 2 cards, combining the nail with the hammer. The hammer and nails are now capture logged on the same card and can be used together. And now this places it in an ideal position to use it on the poster. You use the hammer and nails in conjunction with the card beneath it. Now you may nail the poster to your wall. You use the hammer, nails and poster on the blank space on the wall. Oh, it's glorious, exactly what you wanted.
Little monsters.
The old man really came through this time. But for now, John chooses to examine his Con Air poster. Put the bunny back in the box.
Back in the box.
I said, put the bunny back in the box. Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box? Morgan Freeman's genteel home.
What's your thought on part 1?
So that was part 1.
That was, yeah. Part 1 of Act 1. There's...
I'm just trying to compute what's happening. Oh my god! 148 episodes!
But the thing is, so these ones right at the beginning here, they're like 6 minutes. They're all like shorter. Like, if it went like this for the whole series, it would be easy. But once you get like further, like this one's 25, 22, 35, 29, 29, 30, 15, 9, 21, 15, 23, 16, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 30, 20, 30, 30, 30. Get some short ones there, 20, 28, 25, 25, let's see.
Yeah.
25, 19, 17, 19, 17, 39, 37, 36, 20, 24, 43, 20, 20, 20, 37. Like, this is what I mean by it takes a while. We're not even like...
We're like hitting with it was long.
But this, originally, we didn't have all the way to end of Act 6. I don't actually...
Okay.
And it still took me, like, I had to read a large portion of some of this myself. We still might have to, because I'm not sure if that's the end of Act 6, Act 5 or not. Act 6, Act 5. I love that. Yeah. Act 6, Act 5. Yeah. And then the intermissions, you'd think they're not needed, but they are. Yeah, no, it's long. Like, the series is long.
Homespun mannerisms were perfect qualities for a president residing over a crisis.
But at least we don't have to read it.
Cities fall, and hope survives.
And they're
Well,
gonna
originally it's
reboot
just
the whole series.
Films about the
Originally,
impending
it's just-
apocalypse fascinate you. Plus, a
Originally,
black
it's
president.
just the-
Now you've seen it.
You watched that trailer, right? We're gonna watch that again.
I might not have.
Doubt I did this again. I don't want a reaction. I want the action. I don't care about people's reactions. Yes.
Happy birthday, bro! Did the beta come yet?
I think it arrived, but my dad probably has it. I've been trying to avoid him, as you can well imagine.
John,
You're
not wearing one of your silly disguises, are you? It would be a shame to make a fool of yourself in front of a gentleman such as your father.
Look in the sky, numbnuts!
What's that?
Carcat Jade!
The difference in animation.
Yeah, but it fits it really well.
Yeah. Holy.
Also, the music is awesome. The music for the series has always been awesome.
Yeah.
Toby Fox voice of John Ebert in a new Homestuck animation, like Mad Libs made out of a top Tumblr tags. Economic recession check. New Lady Gaga album check. Homestuck is relevant. Welcome back, 2009. I'd like to remind everyone that Toby Fox is reviving his role as John Egbert, as his voice was already the canonical voice of the character. Yeah, I know. People are freaking out. It's the year 2025, and you just woke up from a coma. You've been out since 2010. You start panicking because you don't know what year it is, and hoping it to God it hasn't been too long. You run and went on the internet just to see everyone with Homestuck as their profile picture. You saw and really obviously haven't been out that long. Oh my God, they're rebooting Winx Club. I gotta go that later. Yeah, that's like that blew my mind.
After examining your calendar, you realise Morgan Freeman's genteel, homespun
Oh, fuck, I've
mannerisms
watched
were
Deep
perfect
Impact so many
qualities for
times.
a president residing over a crisis.
What?
I had never heard of this series.
Oh, it's so long. How old are you again? My next question is why.
I'm from 2002.
That's probably why it came out and started in 2009. We're a little young.
Okay.
It stopped in. Took 8 years to make the whole series.
Oh, damn.
Like, it didn't stop that long ago, but if you weren't into it or you didn't know anybody that was into it, yeah. It's fucking ending.
Ocean's Ride.
But I remember I usually just watched the Swedish YouTubers at that time.
Yeah, whereas this was me and my friends, and we watched this, and it was.
Yeah. I think it was because I wasn't that fond of English YouTube videos. So
I'm gonna show you some of the characters 1 minute.
Yeah.
Maybe this will be a good thing. Introduce you to some of the characters. So the first characters you're gonna see are those are the trolls. So this is called the Beta Kids. Beta Kids are the first ones we see in the game. So they are John Egbert, Rosa Lund, Dave Strider, and Jade Harley. And then you go into like things people have made for them. I like their dog outfits. A lot of this series was the fan art. This is one of my favorite artists for the series.
Okay. So fan art is a big thing with this series.
Yeah, like this one. This person's fan art was always one of the really good ones.
Okay.
Can't read their name up in the top corner though. Hey, maybe that'd be fun actually. 1 minute. Homestuck. Homestuck. I want to see what your I want to see what your things are for it. Class spec quiz. I want to see a good one. Yeah, it is. Aspect and these are the two quizzes. Okay, so we'll go through these. Do you want to learn your class spec first or your aspect first? These will be important later on. Mine is, I think I'm made of, no, I think am I a rogue member?
Okay.
So, 1 minute. So this is showing their class. These are their class specs in a row. So,
Okay.
so say John here, he's an heir of breath. Rose is a seer of, Rose here is a seer of light. Whereas Jade's like a fucking witch of space, and Dave's night of time.
This is some Avatar stuff.
Mm-hmm. Nah, there's a lot more to it than that.
Yeah, but they have different, like...
Yeah, I know.
Not elements, but they have some type of trade.
This quiz is intended to help others find out what aspect they are bound to. Originally, this was created for my D&D side project. Check it out, link at the This quiz can be used for anything. Feel free to use this for your that. Do you make decisions based on logic or feeling? This is your question. Mind, more mind than heart, but I don't rule out emotions. They roughly equal between the two, and more heart than mind, but I don't rule out logic completely or heart. Where do you sit on?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I would say that's hard. Fuck.
So first question: do you use your do you always are you more logical or emotional?
More logical. I would say more mind that heart.
Okay, so more mind than heart, but I don't rule out emotions.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you prepare for things? Always prepare for the worst, but I hope for the best and make plans based on what could go right or wrong for me. Anything is possible. You're generally prepared for any possibility, but I tend to forget about things. Think about the bright side and do whatever is necessary for success, even if it means breaking a few rules. I tend to think about all the things that could go wrong or go from there, or make plans based on what's going on in the present. No reason to random hustle.
Top 100%.
Okay, how creative and imaginative are you? I mean, this is an arts and crafts type of extremely creative and imaginative. Pretty creative and imaginative, but I'm no means an artist. In the middle of with my creativity skills, a little creative and imaginative, but not really. I don't have any.
I would say pretty creative and imaginative.
Okay, how vocal about your opinions are you? All I am is opinions, and I'd love to share them. I share what's on my mind, but I tend to keep certain things to myself. Depending on what it is, context, I share some things, but certainly not all of them. I struggle to make my true voice heard.
Middle one.
Depending on what it is?
Depending on what, yeah.
Would you consider yourself an optimist or a pessimist? Optimist, realist, or pessimist?
I would consider myself a realist.
Pessimist. Would others say that you have an attitude? Yes, absolutely. I can certainly have an attitude most of the time, but it depends on the situation. In the middle, I tend to not have one, but there are some exceptions.
I tend to not have one.
Okay, if someone you trusted stabbed you in the back, how would you react? I would be furious to make sure they know it. Many choice words would be said. I would be condescending and argue with them for a bit, but I'd end up giving up after some time. I would go somewhere private and cry by myself. How could they do this? I would need to vent to a friend immediately. I need to complain, and I would be upset, but I would just walk away from the situation. Try to see if we can talk about it. I want to know why they did it, and if
fucking god. We can take the second one.
I would be condescending and argue.
Yeah.
Do other people see me as a bit odd? I'm pretty off-putting, maybe a little odd. In the middle. I'd say I'm pretty approachable. Okay, in the middle. How do you feel about social norms? I hate them. I want to dismantle them. I hate them, but I'm not going to affect me or the people I care about. Pretty neutral. Don't hate them. Don't mind them.
I don't mind them.
What are some positive qualities about you? Pick as many as you would like. You need to tell me which one.
Oh, damn. Okay. I'm good at multitasking.
Okay.
I'm dependable.
Okay.
I am laid back. Also, the one over, I'm laid back.
I know how to stand up for myself.
Yeah. But I can give people a positive outlook on situations.
Don't have the body.
I'm a great listener. I am empathetic. I am passionate about the things I care about. I'm organized. I plan everything in advance.
That I do too. That's an ADHD thing.
Yeah.
Are you generous? Good at socializing? Passionate?
Yeah.
Good at socializing?
Yeah. I'm not very judgmental. I am open to new ideas. I go with the flow. I know my limits. Take other people into consideration. Yeah, that's it.
What are a few negative traits?
Oh,
are you naive? Are you naive? Just say yes or no. I'll read it out. Are you naive or tend to trust people too easily?
Yes.
It can be hard to convince me when I'm wrong.
No.
Too opinionated for my own good.
No.
I have a hard time trusting others.
Yeah. Yes. It kind of goes
both ways. Yeah. I forget to use my logic to make decisions.
No.
I lack any true sense of self.
Yes.
I forget about self-care.
Yes.
I project my struggles onto others.
No.
Forget that not everyone thinks the same way that I do.
No.
I care about others more than I care about myself.
Yes.
I have trouble making friends with new people.
No.
I overwork myself.
Yes.
My morals are too rigid and I expect everyone to uphold them.
No.
I'm apathetic.
Fuck, what's it? What's
means
that in Swedish?
Apathetic, you don't care, or it's not even so like apathetic means you just don't have. You're like whether this happens to someone or not, I really don't care. Whether I need this or not, I really
don't. Oh no.
Apathetic, showing or feeling no interest, enthusiasm, or concern.
No.
No. Okay. I tend to forget about other people's needs.
No.
I pretend to be someone I'm not.
Yeah.
Then naturally, because if you have ADHD. Don't you?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, naturally, from like ADHD, that. You math. Like.
Yeah.
My emotions tend to get the better of me.
No.
I'm not very flexible with my plans.
Yeah.
I struggle to tell people important information.
No.
I forget to use my emotions to make decisions.
Yes.
I tend to put my trust in the wrong people.
Yes.
Needy. I need people in my life constantly. God, no.
No.
Oops, button. I don't care about knowing things as much as I should.
No.
I always think I know best.
No.
I can be too laid back about life and forget about the important stuff.
No.
When I'm upset, I tend to lash out verbally or physically.
Well, it's sometimes if it's extreme, but say no.
Overly stressed.
Yes.
Can you overwhelm people?
And
I know
not
I
what I've
can.
seen, so no.
Yeah, it's like, hey, there. I was like, I know I can. How rebellious would you say you are? Rules were designed to be broken. I do what makes me happy, but I don't really care if I'm breaking any process. I try to blend in with the rest, even if some of the things I stand for may be a bit strange. I do what is expected of me, even if I do break a few. Things are the way they are for a reason. I'm not going to.
The bottom one.
Are you more of an introvert or an extrovert? I mean, you extrovert, ambivert.
Yeah, I've. If I'd say the middle one.
How do you react when things don't go according to plan? Panic, make my mistakes that could have been thought out better. I readjust myself to the situation the best I can for the best results possible, but my stress tends to cloud my judgment. I try to remain as calm as possible, but I can't help but get stressed out too. I do what needs to be done and remain as calm as possible. I might be a little stressed, but my feelings aren't as important as getting the task completed. I take things easy and keep myself calm. Whatever happens will happen. If things
The second one from the bottom.
I do what needs.
Yeah.
Which of these are the most important to you? Knowing all the important stuff. I have 4. Prevailing through my struggles, helping people, friends, freedom, creating something out of nothing, relaxing, fighting my oppressors, making sure bad people get what they deserve, understanding how things work, growing as a person, and success. Pick 4 of them.
Top one.
Okay.
Making sure bad people get what they deserve. Helping people. And we growing as a person.
The next section is stolen from the official extended Zodiac quiz. It incorporates all aspects for each. Not just one aspect, and it's opposing aspect for every 2 questions. Yeah. Oh. Think about your life as if it was a story. I'm eating. You tend to view yourself as a lone hero who, along the way, meets other supporting characters who only have tangential relation to your personal journey, or do you view yourself as just one hero in a never-shifting ensemble of important? Yes.
Alone hero, not always. I don't want. Sure. Often part of an ensemble.
When you want to help people accomplish something and they don't know what they're doing, are you inclined to show them how to do it, or are you inclined to make them feel motivated or inspired to do it? Definitely show, lean towards showing, go either way, lean towards motivating or definitely motivating.
I'll go either way.
When you're learning about a new subject or reading a fascinating story, do you feel a strong desire to know everything about it and have all your questions answered, or are you more compelled or inspired by the feelings of mystery surrounding not knowing everything?
I'm okay in not having all answers.
Sense of mystery is fun. Okay. When you hear someone explaining something to someone in a way that is questionable or in a way that makes you suspect they don't fully understand the subject they're explaining, are you more inclined to teach them everything you know about the subject to set the record straight, or just cast doubt on the mystery without offering much in the way of correction? Jump in, set the record straight, provide correction, probably stay out of it. Wouldn't be too specific, but I'd let people be. Wouldn't bother educating people. But I'd absolutely punch as many holes in their story as I could.
I'll provide a correction or 2.
You could choose one ability. Which would it be? The ability to travel to any period in history on Earth at will, past or future, or the ability to safely travel, such as on a ship, anywhere in the universe. Time travel or space travel?
Space travel.
You're working on a project, something you're doing for yourself, not for anyone else. Are you obsessively focused on the end result of the project, or are you enjoying the process regardless of how it turns out?
We take Take the second one from the bottom.
Enjoying the process is very important, but I would like to feel worthwhile at the end.
Yeah.
Which, with Chops Invest describes what's more important to you, understanding yourself and fully knowing who you are, or thinking rationally and making strong. Definitely understand myself.
Leaning forward, the thinking rational.
What idea is more interesting to you? The ability to fully understand your potential as a person, or the ability to fully understand all potential consequences of your actions before taking them? Fucking guess the second one, 100%. I'm a paranoid fuck, and that would like satisfy my paranoia.
Somewhat more interested in understanding all my consequences.
Which better describes your attitude, having great conviction in certain beliefs or ideas you're attracted to, or casting strong doubt on beliefs or ideas.
Can't decide.
When circumstances are intolerably bad, which are you more inclined to do? Come up with the best alternative or solutions and work as hard as you can to make those happen instead. Don't worry about a better alternative, burn it all down, and whatever follows, you'll. That sounds
like. Second one.
Inclined to have a solution first, but not absolutely. You see someone suffering, are you most inclined to do whatever you can to help them get better? Or is your instinct to relate to their suffering to emphasize without necessarily considering how you can? Whatever is in my power to help them.
I'll focus mostly on helping.
Okay. When someone suffers misfortune so terrible that you know there is nothing anyone can do for them, are you most inclined to feel horrible that nothing can be done, or feel resigned to the sense that the world and something's
The second one.
The next part is the last section of the quiz, but it deals specific aspects and not a combination of all. I think the answer that best sounds like something you may say or do for the given scenario.
Oh, damn.
You're currently on a mission and you are determined to get to your goal. However, you receive a message from a close friend who asks for your help. They seem like they are really struggling. Your goal is really important, though, and you have to think about what you should do. What do you end up deciding? I would absolutely help them. What are friends for? I'd be upset about putting my stuff on hold, but I think they are more important than whatever it is I can kill two birds with one stone. I can help them while I get some smaller things done on my end. That way, progress keeps forward. Probably feel bad for them, but I wouldn't be much use. I would probably tell them who they can go to for some real help and keep my tasks. I would tell them what they need to do and how to do it before I do anything else. That way, I can keep moving forward while still being of some help. I would only come to their direct aid if there's no other option, and I'd like to. I'd help them by cheering them on. I don't want to drop everything at the drop of a hat, but I can't abandon my friends completely either. I want them to be successful, and I would help them by giving them some confidence before I would dare leave my tasks behind. I would drop everything to help them. My stuff can wait for a little bit longer, and it's fine with me. Even if I don't end up actually doing much, I'd still do what I can to help. I would mostly guide them on what they do. I couldn't imagine letting them suffer. I know I need to get my task accomplished, and I'm a little upset about it, but in the end, I know that helping out is the right thing to do. I would keep my feelings to myself and help out like everything is fine. I would try to find a way to do both, but if there's no way to do so, then I would just end up helping my friend. I can't let them struggle with that. I can't give up now, but they also really need my help. It would be a hard decision to make, but I would end up picking my thing over theirs. However, they're welcome to join me if they like. Sounds like a side quest to me. I have room in my schedule to help out. The campaign can wait, and I can probably hone my skills while I'm helping too. I'd be ticked off on the inside if that I had to stop what I was doing. It was important after all. However, if they really need my help, then I suppose I can't just sit around doing nothing. This wasn't something I planned for, but I can take in this information and use it to my advantage. I keep doing what I was doing, but I'd want updates on what's going on their end to make sure that they are doing.
Yeah, third one.
Third one from the top or bottom?
From the top.
Probably feel bad for them, but I wouldn't be much use. Okay. Find out something about a topic that you were sure was true was actually misinformation. You spent a lot of time spreading this information and act like you knew everything about that topic, causing others to believe it is fact. How do you react? I would be a little bewildered at first. I might even be in denial at first, depending on what the topic is, but in the end, I would be fascinated by this new outlook on the topic and share it with others. I want other people to be interested in this outlook on the topic because it interests me. I wouldn't feel much of anything, just neutral about it. Not my fault that I was given the wrong information. Not your fault you were given the wrong information. I wouldn't necessarily tell anyone though, unless it's important. It's not like it changes much if they knew the truth anyway, and I'd probably forget that it even happened if they ask about it. Though I'd probably correct my errors and fix my worldview immediately. I would also tell others as soon as I see them what the real information is. I wouldn't put stress on the fact that I was wrong. I'd feel kind of sad that I was responsible for spreading misinformation, even embarrassed. I would only tell those who I trust the most about how I'm feeling, and the truth of the situation. Otherwise, I don't want to make people think badly of me. I come to change my perspective on the topic as soon as I realized I was wrong. I'd only really say something if it was brought up in conversation. I would admit I was wrong.
You can take correct my errors.
Yeah, I know, that's mine too. It's like I knew that was the answer for this before I even started reading them. Yeah. You notice that someone you care about is about to make a huge mistake in their life, and the choice they want to make would be detrimental to them. It wouldn't affect you or anyone else, just them and their mental health. What would you do? This is an iffy one. Because it's their choice to make the decision, not your choice.
Something like I would advise, like help them go through what they're deciding on.
I'd probably be a bit upset.
I will
give them
just
some.
let them,
give them some advice and tell them not to do what they're planning to do. I certainly can't stop them from doing what they want, but I wouldn't forgive myself if I didn't try to. That's not really it. I'd be worried for them all the way through and give them other options that I think would be the best choice. I would be fighting the urge to tell them off, struggling to keep telling them about the situation. And it would be all I could think about. I would give them other options, and I'd really push that they do something before they do something. There are consequences for them. I'll tell them what would happen and da-da-da. I would let them know that things don't have to be this way, da-da-da. Tell them how I don't think it's a good idea, da-da-da. I say that it's a bad idea, but I don't know if I'd be able to give any good advice. Tell them that it's not a good idea and probably da-da-da. Immediately give them more options than what they are planning. I would really persuade them to do something better by any means necessary. No. I would let them make their choice with very little influence for me. Made their bed, now I can lie in it. That's not really. I would try and ask them why they think it's a good idea, not to be condescending, but because I genuinely want to understand the thought process. After that, I would either support them and provide comfort, or I would give them a different path based on how I feel about them. That's the one I would pick.
Yeah, bottom one.
You're assigned to do a task that you aren't very interested in. You know that if you don't do it, people will be disappointed in you, but you also have other personal things you'd like to get done instead. What do you do? Okay, here we go. I would get the task done without question. I would rather not let my friends down while also helping them out with the end goal that this task leads to. Even if I hate doing it, it needs to be done. I would agree to help, but I might only end top one. This one?
Yep.
Okay, your computer just broke. It still runs, but there are definitely more than a few bugs that are causing issues for you. If you take it to get it prepared, repaired, you'd have the same old computer you brought in. But if you buy a new one for a little extra cash, you would get a brand new one without any issues. Or you could fix it for free, but you don't know. Hi, 7. But you don't know much about technology. What do you decide to do and why? Probably just try to fix it myself. It would be a nice side project. It would give me something to work on. I don't want to spend money either. Priority. I think I would just get it fixed and try not to fix it. I might break it more. It depends on what's wrong with it, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. That's also one of these questions. Like, it depends a lot.
Yeah.
Like, is it like an old computer?
This one, hey.
For like,
also, this one, I think.
I'll probably tell someone about the issue first. Ask for the advice and such. If it's fixed, I can learn. Then I would. Yeah, that one.
That's what I was looking for. I was like, I think if there's one of these here, that's the right thing. You and a friend agree to go out for some fun, but your friend brings one of their friends who you never met along for the ride. You are fine with this. It is an opportunity to meet a member of your friend's social circle. However, as time goes on through the day, you find that you despise everything about this person. At some point, you are left alone with their person while your friend does something else. You shut up and say nothing. Try to figure out what about them I don't like and try to find more endearing qualities with them. No, I would just bear with it, roll with the punches. What?
The door. My door just ringed.
Oh.
I'm gonna check who it is.
Okay. Any fucking questions? That one's not as many, at least. Hi, Savan. What you doing, Kirk? We're watching Homestuck, but we decided to run him through a Homestuck aspect class quiz. So that's what's going on first. Realistically, we should just be watching Homestuck because I have to go 30 to 3. Between like 2:30. Okay. I know what I'm gonna do quickly while I'm sitting here. I'm gonna take this thing to get hair off your legs, and I'm hair on my legs. Well, just because I can. To trim it smaller first. What's this? Didn't work. I was just gonna pop in quick. Dinner won't make it. So mean. What if you invested in technology?
It was just my book there pre-ordered.
Homestuck is a slippery slope, huh? Yeah, it is. It is a very slippery slope. Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
What was the question?
You and a friend agree to go out for some fun, but your friend brings
this one.
Yeah. Read them. If that thing has battery.
But I said it would. The what? Wait, is it the second one? I think so.
Right back.
Okay. Hello, chat. How are you guys? Are you guys good? I can't see the chat, so I don't know what you're saying. How are you guys? Are you guys good? You guys doing good over there? You guys doing good? Doing good?
In. Hear this? Uh-huh.
What? Aha.
Fucking this thing needs to be fucking oiled. I think he's crazy. So which one did you pick?
I think it's the second one, if you can. Yeah, second one.
Okay, last question. I hope you had fun with the quiz. Blah blah blah. Which aspect interests you the most? You don't know any of them. So this one's a Which one's the idea? Like just reading them, yeah. Yeah, just go by the name. I think sounds.
I would say blood.
Blood kit. Okay, next. You did get blood. That's intriguing. Huh.
Wait, you're a person with fighting spirit. You don't ever back down. So,
Oh, is it cutting hair now?
need to prove yourself. What?
Ow, fuck my finger. I knew he couldn't see the chat. Talking to his demons, obviously.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Okay, the next one, I'm just gonna give you the quiz quickly.
Okay.
Here, and you can just tell me what. I don't want to read it.
Okay. How long is this survey? Let's see. Wait, what? Would you be bothered if you got a class of the wrong gender?
There's some that are gendered classes. You wouldn't usually get it if you're a girl or a guy, depending on what.
Yeah,
I don't think there's many that are
I
gendered.
don't want to be a maid. I think.
One of them is literally made, yeah.
Yeah. I think gynecologist or Sicilian don't. No, I don't care. Wait, where do you spend most of the time online doing Homestuck related stuff?
We're finding a different quiz. This one is shit.
Okay. You hear it, chat? Apparently this quiz was shit.
Bye.
We don't. Is someone going or?
Oh, the stream, yeah. Yeah, this will work. There, try that one.
This will work, she says. Okay. Oh damn! Okay. Let's see.
I know I'm muted. I have a razor turned on right now. I'm not sure if it can be heard. It can definitely be heard. Actually, it can't be heard unless I'm talking. We're good.
Yeah.
I hear some weird voices. Oh.
What? Are you talking to me? We're talking about me.
It might work. I'm gonna get full immediately. Oh yes, the shaving machine. Yeah, I'm trying to
Protect others. That's my job.
What is it?
I protect others. The question. It's my job.
Does not work on this. Hairs are too long. The one shaver is just shit, so it's not working at all. I'll see if it'll cut like anything. I'm gonna floss this shaver 1 minute.
Yeah.
Apparently, it can cut dental floss, but it can't cut the hairs on my leg. What the fuck?
Then we got some strong hair.
Piece of shit. Oh, there you go. Oh, no. That's now. I had to line the blade back
working?
up. I had to line the blade back up.
Okay.
Since you're doing the quiz, I might as well quickly do it.
Yeah, I'm soon done. I'm almost done. Okay, I got your class spec is Page of Doom.
So it did everything. I think
Yeah,
Page
it
of
just
Blood.
says Page of Doom.
Your Page of Blood.
Just a... Okay.
That's all we need.
Cities fall and hope survives. Wow. Films about the impending apocalypse fascinate you. Plus a black president? Now you've seen everything. After examining your calendar, you realise you've marked your birthday the 13th of April. Another day you marked was supposed to be the arrival date for the highly touted Suburb Beta launch. It's been 3 days already. It's starting to become a sore subject with you. But perhaps you should eat some cake. You are sick to death of cake. You've been eating it all day and you have no intention of clogging your Sylladex with it either. The cake stays put for now. You hear a notice from your computer. Someone is messaging you. You pull up to your computer. This is where you spend most of your time. You decorated your desktop with some rather handsome wallpaper which you made yourself. You're really proud of it. Your desktop is also listed with various programming project files. You are so bad at programming sometimes you wonder why you even bother with it. Your PestaChum application is flashing. Someone is trying to get in touch with you. Only one of your chums is logged in. He sent you a message.
Hey, so, what sort of insane loot did you rake in today?
I got a little Monsters poster. It's so awesome. I'm gonna watch it again today. The apple juice scene is so funny.
Oh, hell, that's such a coincidence. I just found an unopened container of apple juice in my closet. It's like fucking Christmas up in here.
Okay, that's fine, but I have one question and then a word of caution. Have you seen a movie called Little Monsters starring Howie Mandel and Fred Savage?
But the seal on the bottle is unbroken. Are you suggesting someone put piss in my apple juice at the factory?
All I'm saying is, don't you think Monster Howie Mandel has the power to do something as simple as reseal a bottle? Try using your brain, numbnuts.
Why did the fat kid, or whoever drank it, know what piss tasted like? I mean, his reaction was nigh instantaneous.
It was the 15th day in a row Howie Mandel peed in his juice.
Okay, I can accept that. Monster B-list celebrity douchebags are cunning and persistent pranksters. Also, Fred Savage has a really punchable face. But who cares about this? Let's stop talking about it. Did you get the beta yet?
No. Did you?
Man, I got 2 copies already. But I don't care, I'm not gonna play it or anything. The game sounds boring. Did you see how it got slammed in Game Bro?
Game Bro's a joke, and we both know it.
Yeah. Why don't you go check your mail? Maybe it's there now.
You see the view of your yard from your window. Hanging from the tree is your tyre swing. In a kid's yard, a tree without a tyre swing is like a proper gentleman without a monocle. That is to say, he can hardly be considered a terribly proper gentleman at all. And there beside your driveway is your mailbox. The little red-armed swilly-dilly thing, or whatever it's called, is flipped up. What the hell is that thing called anyway? You do not have time for these semantics. The red flippy leather thing means that you have new mail, and that means that the beta might be here. You are about to hurry downstairs when you hear a car pull into the driveway. It looks like your dad has just returned from the grocery store and, oh, great, it looks like he's beating you to the mail. If you go downstairs to get it, he will likely monopolise hours of your time. You decide to chill out up here for a while until the dust settles. Sometimes you feel like you are trapped in this room, stuck, if you will, in a sense that possibly borders on the titular. And now your chum is pestering you again. The clockwork of friendship turns ceaselessly, operating the swing lever dealies of harassment in perpetuity. Whatever, the dude can just hold his damn horses. You know, you've put countless man-hours into this assortment of quality titles. But for now you decide to consult with the Colonel's bottomless wisdom. Good grief, this thing is huge. You could kill a cat if you dropped it. But to really dig into this hefty book, you will have to capture log it. You are not really sure if you are ready to logjam your other artifacts beneath it just yet. Capture log fake arms again. What did you just say? You don't want to clog up your... Oh, Jesus.
Capture log fake arms again!
Of concentration, you accidentally capture log the arms again. Looking towards your computer, you don't think the situation is quite dire enough to go all the way to rancorous, but you still feel the PestaChum client should reflect your mood change in some way. Bully will have to do, you guess.
Bully will have to do. Ectobiologist!
This unsurprisingly does nothing whatsoever. Oh, right, you forgot your chum is still pestering you.
Is it there? Please say yes. Maybe you can play with TT. She's been pestering me all day about it. She's macking on me so hard all the time, I start to feel embarrassed for her. I mean, not that I can blame her or anything.
Yes, it's understandable because you're really attractive. I'm attracted to you.
Thank you.
JK, no, I don't have it yet. My dad has the
attracted
mail.
to
I
you.
guess I have to go get it and see if it's there. And I've been busy spending all
The
afternoon
thing is,
shitting
it's
around with
the
my
humor.
stupid
The
Sylladex.
humor in this is
So
just the best.
frustrating.
What's your modus?
What?
How do you retrieve artifacts from it?
Oh, like one at a time, I guess. And if I put too much in, something falls out.
Stack?
Last in, first in,
What's yours?
first out.
Hash map? My bro taught me a few tricks. He basically knows everything and is awesome.
What the hell is that?
You should probably brush up on your data structures.
I guess.
Did you at least allocate your strife specibus?
Nah.
It could free up a card for you, plus let you attack stuff whenever things get too hot to handle, which is never. What have you got?
Well, I got a hammer, but it's trapped under some arms.
Wow, you really suck at this, don't you? Just get rid of the arms and then allocate the hammer to the specibus.
How?
I don't know, just use the arms on any old thing and see if it works.
For whatever reason, you stick the fake arms in the cake on your bed. This definitely makes the cake at least 300% more hilarious. You're sure the Colonel Sassacre would know the precise index of the elevated hilarity. And now you check the back of your Strife Specibus for the kind abstratus that you have in mind for it. Your Strife Specibus has been allocated with the Hammer kind abstratus. The hammer has been moved from your Capsulog deck to your Strife deck.
Okay, I did it.
Hammer kind?
Yeah.
Okay, that will be the permanent allocation for your specibus. I guess I should have mentioned that. Hope you like hammers, dude.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I can't imagine it's going to be all that relevant.
Now that you finally have some space in your Sylladex to work with, you figure you might as well start squandering it immediately. Ordinarily, this ridiculous book would be way too heavy to carry around in any practical way. You guess maybe this is in one respect in which the cards present some convenience. Game, bro! Why the game of the year or whatever isn't as good as other stuff that I like better?
So, K, Spurb is this game that a lot of cats seem hella pumped of, and this beta is sitting on my desk for review, so I'm like, yeah man, I'll write something. But I don't know. I'm like, so this is about houses or some noise? That's fine. I'm sure that's like fucking dynamite in a handbag for some brosives. But all I'm saying is, when do you get to thrash anything? While you're playing house or some shit, are you ever in jeopardy of getting mud on your doll's dress or whatever from busting out, and I quote, the mad stunts all wicked up ins? Know what I'm saying, bro yo ma? I didn't actually play this game, but I give it 1.5 hats out of 5 hats to keep it real. At this point, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Dennis who was over the other day. We were gonna chill in front of the Dark Knight and he was so psyched of it, y'all. So this one time he was leaning against the screen door and the shit popped open, and the back deck was wet and he slipped down the steps and broke his thumb on the lawn. It wasn't a long fall, but hey, I guess a thumb bone wasn't made for supporting the brunt of a huge useless tool against wet grass. We never did watch The Dark Knight on account of Ron tucking his bawling candy-ass girth to the hospital, but it's cool. I still got another watch in me, Brotello
That dude's a
Rwanda.
pussy. I broke my thumb and I stayed for the entire
Dennis was
birthday
so
party that I was
wasted.
at.
Haha, I mean, damn.
It might come in handy if you ever need something that burns easily. After looking at the Magician's hat, you expend your final card on it. You would like to get the funny glasses too, but you don't have a free card in your Sylladex. However, you are able to merge the
Oh, fuck.
Beagle Buzz and the Magician's hat to create a clever disguise. John? Who is this John you speak of? You are quite certain there has never been, nor ever will be... No, yeah, this is just a really, really shitty disguise. While you're wearing the items, they remain on the card, but it is temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the cards beneath it. After leaving your room, you exit into the hallway. On one wall, a picture hangs of a fella who sure looks like he knows how to have a laugh, a man after your own heart. You always thought that he looked a lot like Michael Cera, but your dad swears on the many hallowed tombs of Egypt that it is not. You're not sure about that though. On the other wall is one of your dad's stupid clowns, or harlequins, as he is quick to correct anyone who would venture to such a brazen assumption. After heading downstairs, the accursed odour of fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen. It must be the connivings of your arch-nemesis Betty Crocker, and
Betty
the rich,
Crocker,
buttery aroma of her
Batter
plot
Witch.
stinks into high heaven.
That's my mother's
This
name on my
mission
cell
is going
phone.
to be more difficult
Batter
than you
Witch.
imagined.
From Homestuck.
You check out the shelves of fanciful harlequins. Ugh, look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad can sure be a real cornball. Sometimes at night, You just pray for burglars. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace.
Sometimes at night
It doesn't
you just
matter that
pray
it's
for
April or that it's
burglars.
not terribly chilly outside. In a home, a fireplace needs a fire, and that's what a fireplace is for.
The whole
A fire
series is
belongs
very
in
random.
a fireplace, damn it.
Yeah.
Categorically at all times without exception. As domestic myth of uncountable origin holds, a home borrows the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it, much as the moon takes liberty with the sun's rays. The moon is an arrant thief, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun. Mark Twain. You're almost certain Mark Twain said that. Tossing the Game Bro into the fire, it doesn't actually burn anywhere near as quickly as you would hope. As you decide to fondly regard the cremation, you examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. When your father gives her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, an unabridged Colonel Sassacre's. He never wants to talk about it. After reaching for the urn, you clumsily mishandle it, and now ashes everywhere. In retrospect, upon mulling cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was a virtual certainty. You'd probably better clean it up before Dad finds it, though. Whilst
Yeah,
cleaning up, you come upon
understatement.
your father's pipe, in which you use it to beef up your clever disguise. Looking upon the large package in the room, you contemplate what could possibly be inside it, and the thought of that is very exciting. But it also makes you a little nervous at the same time. Oh, hell no. With that out of the way, you first put the Harlequin doll
no.
up on the couch.
What?
Having it in the middle of the room sprawled out all akimbo-like just
Oh,
struck you as
hell no.
unseemly. You capture log the ashes onto your available card. Carefully, you merge the sacred urn with the ashes. Most of the ashes back in the urn, but it's a total mess. Really, it would have been tidier if you just used a broom and a dustpan. Putting the urn back, no one will be the wiser. Except for maybe people with eyes.
Hell no. No one will know.
After getting just another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms, you pry them out of the cake and quickly capture log them. And also it looks like Pester Chum is acting up again. Well, it appears that another one of your chums is messaging you.
Another tentacle therapist.
I understand you have recently come into the possession of the beta release of the Game of the Year, as featured in respectable periodicals such as Game Bro magazine.
That's an ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar. And you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever.
I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks.
Anyway, I still haven't checked the mail. My dad has it. I'm trying to get it from him, so BRB.
John,
What?
you're wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you? You are typing to me right now while wearing something ridiculous.
No, why would you even think that? That is so stupid.
Okay.
Alright, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, I was wearing a silly disguise this entire time.
I know, John.
After heading back downstairs, you can now execute that brilliant idea that you had. There should be just enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as an adequate adhesive. Oh, you don't care what Colonel Sassacre says. This makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. After finding a burnt page on the floor from the Game Bro magazine, you decide to inspect it. Provolone!
Provolone.
You decide to put this back in the fire where it belongs. And while you're cleaning up, you may as well throw the present wrap in the fire. You think of capture logging the doll, but you can carry hefty items, but this thing is just way too big. Get real. Besides, you don't even want it. Looking upon Colonel Sassacre's text, you thought about consulting it to determine just how hilarious the doll is now. But this text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion. You decide to forget about it for now. Moving onwards, the door to the left leads into the kitchen, from which a smell of baking wafts, a powerful aroma which could lift even an especially portly hobo off of his feet. The door to the right leads to his study, where your dad spends a lot of his time. He could be in either room, so where will you go? After choosing to go into the study, John looks around. It doesn't look like your dad is in here right now. Looking upon your father's desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, the April issue of the Serious Jester magazine, and a stray capture log card. There is also a can of peanuts on the desk. Oh, Dad, you won't be falling for that one again. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with. You swap the magician's hat with a bowler hat. This disguise is somewhat less funny, but a whole lot more distinguished looking. Your dad maintains numerous pipes around the household. A father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is to say, he can rather be a piss-poor excuse for a roughneck, if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipe, though. The first one tastes bad enough as it is. But how you suffer for your comedy. Hey, there's a capture log card on the desk. Yes, this will be perfect for expanding the space in your cellar. Ah! Out of frustration for the antics of the capture log card, John plays a haunting piano refrain.
Love that.
Now John decides to play 52 card pickups, the prankster's favourite card game. Even though you are alone in the room, thus rendering it an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid! Look at this mess! The peanut gallery all over there is sure getting a kick out of it. You are allergic to their scorn. You go back into the living room and contemplate about checking the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before plunging headlong into Dad's encounter. Your television is also currently airing a commercial. You exit the house. Hooray! After checking your mailbox, it is predictably empty. You have already been scooped by your father.
Predictably
empty. The streets
empty.
are empty. Winds skim the voids, keeping neighbours apart, as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed or say. A plundered mailbox, a familiar note is produced. It's the one desolation plays to keep its instrument in tune. It is your 13th birthday today, and as with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life. The game presently eluding you is only the latest sleight of hand from the repertoire of an unseen Riddler. Wanted to engender a sense not of mirth, but of lack. His coarse schemes are those less of a prankster than a common pickpocket. His riddle is absence itself. It's a mystery dispersing altogether, like the moon's faint reflection, with even one pebble of inquiry dropped in its black well. It is the most diabolical riddle of all. Absent diminishes little passions and increases great ones, as wind extinguishes candles and fans of fire. Walt Whitman. Yes, you are certain Walt Whitman said that. 100% positive. You have a feeling that it's going to be a long day. But despite this, maybe you should leave a surprise for the mailman.
No.
Looking into your dad's car, the door is locked and your dad has the car keys. You peer in through the driver's side window. You don't see any mail, but you do see a green package. There is also something underneath it that looks like a slip of paper. Could these items have come in the mail? You don't see anything else that usually comes in the mail, like bills or coupons. Maybe your dad forgot to take this stuff inside. You try to get a gander in through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot. It seems that your dad has been doing so much baking, the glass has steamed up.
How much baking would you have to do in a house for the glass to fog up? But you can see what's on the table
just beside the window. It looks like the mail is there, and included among it is a red package, some bills, your dad's PDA, and an envelope that appears suspiciously labelled with the Suburb logo. Could it be? Unfortunately, the window is locked. Heading back inside, you decide to go into the kitchen. You have no other choice. You are going in. Clever disguise, it's time to work your magic. Your dad sees right through your costume. You don't even know what you are thinking with this foolish ruse. You unequip the clever disguise. Your dad wields a dreaded artifact of confection. He stands between you and the mail. There is only one way to settle this.
Strife.
You cannot abscond. This pesky guardian is blocking your path and you will need to engineer some sort of distraction. And he now brandishes yet another artifact of confection. This man is ruthless. You better brace for impact in the most
His
comedically
dad's just
striking
funny.
fashion possible. The Beagle Agus absorbs the brunt of the treat. It looks like Dad will enjoy the prankster's gambit on that exchange, as is usually the case. In retaliation, you take the pie tin and unequip the Beagle Puss. Everything in your Sylladex is pushed back a card. The smoke pellets are ejected from the deck. Yes, this could be just the distraction you were. Oh. Well, nothing happens. What a huge letdown. But when two great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one that knows how to yield. Oscar Wilde.
Oscar
Wise words
Wilde.
by a man who likely could resist everything but temptation. The cake forces Colonel Sasuke's text out of your Sylladex.
Sasuke, you beautiful bastard!
Now's your chance. Now that Dad is busy plactating the smoke detector, you can safely sneak away. You snag your dad's PDA, and maybe later you'll switch the background image to something hilarious as a prank. Besides, it may come in handy later. Your
Yes,
spare
it may.
capture log card is forced out of the Sylladex and consequently integrated with the deck. You now have 5 cards to work with. Additionally, the red package is addressed to you, so you take it. And upon taking the envelope, you now have the Suburb Beta. You leave the kitchen and capture log the cake on the couch, expelling the pie tin from the bottom card. Furthermore, you merge the 2 cakes across all 5 cards. Everything in your Sylladex is smushed between the cakes. Why don't you think these things through first? You pause at the junction and head down the hall. You are going to need something to clean up the mess you are about to make by dissecting this cake. To the left is the bathroom, and to the right is your dad's room. It is locked, and you are forbidden from ever entering. He has secrets. You enter the bathroom. You can see the backyard from your window. The jewel in its crown is the swing set, which has provided you with years of joy. There is also a spring-mounted pogo ride, which has been responsible for more than one painful injury, and has provided you with years of lament. On the sink is your dad's razor. On the rack to the side is a fresh towel. You take the razor and use it to perform surgery on the cake. You take the towel and clean off the extracted goods. The items force the man-handled cake into the toilet. And just like that, your Sylladex is full again. God, this thing is annoying. After that mess, you choose to return to your bedroom. You're not usually into chick flicks, but Matthew McConaughey's cool charisma could salvage any heap of smouldering wreckage. This is your McConaughey wall, a casual shrine to an amazing actor. The film above that one is a lot better, you think. Can you see her?
That Time I Kill is really good.
I want you to picture that little girl. Now imagine she's white. You got us, Matthew.
It's actually
Your
really
smooth
fucked up
talking
good. It's a
exposed
really
our
good
latent
movie.
Racism. Damn,
But
you
it's-
are good.
Hi, happy birthday, John.
GG.
Hello? Okay, I will talk to you later.
Hey, Gigi's looking for you. Why are you even so popular all of a sudden? Is today some sort of special occasion or something? Did you do something to curry favor with the ladies? Did you break your leg on a puppy or some shit? Dude, what are you doing?
I discovered a comet is going to destroy the Earth. It was named after me. Now I'm famous and everyone wants to talk about me a lot.
No, stop. Just no. Don't talk about your awful stupid movies or make references to them. Your gross man-bro crush on Matt McConaughey is an unsavory thing to
What?
the whole.
Is that Snoop Dogg in the background?
I have no idea. It
McConaughey.
might be.
Sounds like a noise a horse would make, i.e. dumb. Equally dumb are all those pictures of that clown you've got hanging up.
Those are my dad's.
I was talking about Nick Cage.
Oh, what? No, man. Cage is sweet. So sweet.
So lame. You don't even like him ironically or anything. This is like for real, isn't it?
I do things ironically sometimes. What about what I sent you on your birthday?
No, those are awesome.
What? No, they're stupid, which was a joke. The ironic joke, get it? Wait, you're actually wearing them, aren't you?
I'm wearing them ironically, because they're awesome. The fact that they're ironic makes them awesome, and vice versa. Are you taking notes on how to be cool? Jesus, get a fucking pen.
You do realize they touched Stiller's weird, sort of gaunt face at some point.
Ew, yeah. Oh well. Anyway, speaking of which, did you get the mail?
Yeah.
Did there happen to be a package there?
Yeah, there's a big red one.
You should probably open it.
I would, but it's trapped under the Esper beta, so I will probably open it after I install the beta.
Oh man, the beta came?
Yeah, wanna play it?
No way.
Why not?
It sounds so hells of boring, just get TT to play it. She's all about that.
Where'd she go?
Her internet is blinking in and out, I guess. Probably be back online soon. Oh, and Christ in a sidecar. Are you still using the stack modus? Seriously, dude. You need to bone up on your data structures. That shit is just ridiculous.
Okay, I will.
You decide to space out in front of the computer for a while before doing anything important. You open the Thypeus web browser and direct it to what is...
Whoa,
Red?
What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm just getting a feel for the controls.
Yeah, something just happened.
Yeah, I think you skipped.
You cannot abscond! This pesky guardian...
That clown you've got hanging up.
Those are my dad's.
I was talking about Nick Cage.
Oh, what? No, man. Cage weird, sort of gaunt face at some point.
Ew, yeah. Oh well. Anyway, speaking of which, did you get the mail?
Yeah.
Did there happen to be a package there?
Yeah, there's a big red one.
You should probably open it.
I would, but it's trapped under the Esper beta, so I will probably open it after I install the beta.
Oh man, the beta came?
Yeah, wanna play it?
No way.
Why not?
It sounds so hells of boring, just get TT to play it. She's all about that.
Where'd she go?
Her internet is blinking in and out, I guess. Probably be back online soon. Oh, and Christ in a sidecar. Are you still using the stack modus? Seriously, dude. You need to bone up on your data structures. That shit is just ridiculous.
Okay, I will.
You decide to space out in front of the computer for a while before doing anything important. You open the Thypeus web browser and direct it to what is indisputably the most amazing website ever created. The new adventure is okay, but you are not sure if you like it as much as the last one. You decide it's time for less meta and more beta.
That's the website that it originally was on.
Install the Suburb beta.
What the fuck is this?
You go to your closet where you keep a lot of the clothes and array of handy computer programming guides. Data Structure for Assholes by Buckminster Funny Uncle. Your ignorance just made me throw up a little. Now get a clue, you computer illiterate piece of shit. Free fetch modus in the back. You're not really sure if you really want to dig into this huge tome. It looks really boring and kind of onery. Maybe you'll just check out that free modus instead. You turn to the back of the inside cover where a free fetch modus is included in the plastic sleeve. This one is dictated by the logic of a queue data structure, operating on a first in, first out method rather than a first in, last out method of stack. Items capture logged in your Sylladex are no longer immediately accessible. You can only use the item on the bottom card and must wait for the items on the upper card to be pushed back to it. For instance, the red package is now inaccessible. You can only use the razor at the moment. This modus doesn't strike you as a significant upgrade to your previous one. In fact, it almost seems more inconvenient. You figure you might as well give it a chance though. You try switching back to stack modus, but you suddenly wonder if this is even possible. You don't even remember if you ever had a physical card for the stack modus. You find this all to be a little abstract and you prefer not to think about it too much.
But put it down?
You're not quite sure if you understand. You capture log one of the cakes. You finally found a use for all these loitering pastries. Dead weight. After picking up the second cake, it causes your razor to launch out the front of your Sylladex. Oh good lord. That beautiful face. You wish the razor would have failed to launch. You decide to get more stuff from your magic chest and open it and capture like one of your favourite books of all time.
Stupid
Wise Guy
jokes
by
are the
Mike
best.
Caveney. And there goes the fresh towel. You take the trick handcuffs, expelling the PDA like a bullet.
Oh, god damn it.
You examine the package. It is from one of your internet chums. It's bound in packing tape though, and you'll need something sharp to open it. Ah, of course, the razor. It's all so simple. You wonder why you didn't... You pick up the package again and... Yeah, let's take this from the top. You take 3 glass shards in quick succession and duck for cover. Your Silodex range devastation on your room from above. And now that your cards are packed with glass, you probably don't want to do that anytime again soon. Also, you should probably go and get that stuff before you forget about it. You use the razor to open the package and there is something suspicious inside. Something suspiciously smelly and dirty. It is a stuffed bunny, much like the one held hostage briefly by Malkovich Cyrus the Virus while taunting hard luck protagonist Cameron Poe, and strikingly similar to the one scooped up from the soot of a burning Vegas city strip by Cage Poe and offered to his daughter. A gesture symbolic of a tattered exterior surrounding a heart of gold. Poe wasn't much to look at, but he was a good man. But no, it is not merely like that bunny. According to the note of authenticity, it is the very same bunny. This is so awesome. Looking at your computer, it looks like it's trying to get your attention.
He has the bunny.
It looks like you managed to retrieve the beta. Excellent. I'm going to try to connect.
Well, okay, but I just got the most awesome present.
The rabbit?
So sweet!
I've heard tales of this wretched creature often. Its Homeric legend is practically ensconced in the fold of my personal mythology by now.
What?
Why don't we focus on the matter at hand?
Oh, the game! Okay. I don't really know how this works. What am I even looking at here?
You are running the client application. I am running the server, so I am the host user. I have established a connection with you. This is sufficient for us to play the game.
Okay, then.
Why don't we get started?
Is there some iconic music or?
Yeah, it's one of the themes. Herb. Herb.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Sorry, I'm just getting a feel for the controls.
Is my magic chest on the roof now?
Yes. I will try and be more careful next time.
You find your missing stack fetch modus and quickly reapply it to your Silodex. You can now opt for either the stack or the queue modus at any time. You toggle between your fetch modi with gleeful abandon. It looks like your dad is leaving again for more baking supplies. You're relieved to have the house to yourself again, if only for a few minutes. You just hope he doesn't notice the magic chest on the roof. Or all the shit you threw out the window, for that matter.
Hey, do you think you could do me a favor? Can you grab all that stuff outside my broken window and bring it in for me?
I'll give it a shot.
Thanks.
No luck. It appears to be out of range. I'm guessing it is too far away from you, the player.
Aw.
In an attempt to rectify the situation, you try to select John. But you cannot select a player. John abjures the meddlesome cursor.
put the bounty back in the box.
Just a little smile on his face when he sees Rose do that. Instant renovation.
Crooks, Truder, Totem, Lathe, Alchemister.
God, I cannot wait to see this all go down in an animated series.
You don't know what the heck this thing is, but it sure looks neat.
Totem.
It seems expanding the dimensions of your room cost us some build grist, but deploying the lathe did not appear to incur any expense. It looks like certain objects are freebies, probably to help you set up the game.
Wow, okay. What do they do?
I think it's up to you to find out. All I can do is drop stuff in your house and move it around, apparently.
How do I move stuff around? It sounds fun.
I don't think you can as the client. You will need to install the server application. You should have received both in separate envelopes. I am running both on my computer right now.
What?
Did you get another envelope in the mail?
No.
Once you install the server and establish a connection, I'm sure you will be able to manipulate my environment in the same manner. Are you sure you didn't get it?
Ah, man. I think I might know where it is.
Now that your room is bigger, why don't you move to the far corner? It will extend the reach of the cursor, and I can reach the items. Which you threw out the window for some reason?
Good idea.
What have you been doing in here all afternoon anyway?
I was fussing with my retarded Silodex. But I think I have it under control now. What modus do you use?
I like to use trees.
Oh no, that sounds so awkward.
It's not exceptionally practical, but I think they are elegant.
After doing as instructed, Rose kindly retrieves the PDA and Wise
Hey,
Guy.
thank you for the raid, Benarin. Welcome. We're watching Homestuck.
Hey, raid.
Hi, thank you for the raid.
Oh wait, Benarin.
Benarin, welcome, welcome.
Benarin, she was playing Subnautica.
Oh, that's cool. I have that game. Never tried it.
Yeah, I need to try
Why
it.
is the floor shaking? Are you dropping more stuff in my house?
Yes, 2 more large gizmos.
Okay, sweet. What is with all these big contraptions?
If I had to guess,
I'm not a
they appear
Hi,
to facilitate
Benarin.
a sort of system involving punch
Benarin.
card-based
Yay.
alchemy.
You're the
Huh,
kid.
to what end? I mean, what are we supposed to be doing in this game?
Not a
That
he.
remains to be seen. Maybe you should go investigate.
You are not a he,
You're not a
indeed.
You
For
decide
she.
to grab the PDA, switching
Are
back
you-
to stack
I'm
mode
good.
is readily available.
Just excited for the
interface is
Homestuck
oddly
announcement because of
sterile.
Homestuck
No hilarious
animation,
clown wallpapers or anything
animated
of the like.
palettes happening.
Oops, you mean Harlequin wallpapers.
Oh, it's so
The
good.
serious
It's
business
long though.
application is open. It seems your dad uses it to keep tabs on various
108.
acquaintances.
What was it?
His
148
fellow street performers, maybe?
episodes.
148 episodes, and that's not all of it. That's just the end of if it's at the exact.
You guess all those performing arts must
I ended
have
up having
been
to go
pretty
to the
serious
actual
business
website to
after
read some.
all.
I
Serious
saw this
business.
before. It's so good. I love it.
Gray Slack 66. at
It's something easy to throw
1721.
into the background and
Made
just listen
counsel
to.
on removing coffee from necktie.
It takes a little
Incident
bit to get
occurred
like really
45
intense,
seconds ago.
but
Beverage essences rapidly settling into fabric. Too busy for this at 1722.
whack all the
Please
raid.
elaborate on
Like
incident.
raids. Thank you everybody
Gray
for
Slack
coming.
66
Welcome.
at
Oh,
1722 was posturing unevenly to reach for hat on wall.
raw.
Tip of tie slipped in open mouth of pot. Duration of dunk approximately 3 seconds.
Whack
Office
whack.
urchin
Whack,
1280 at 1723.
Hello everybody.
Photographic documentation of incident. Well pressed attire at 1723. Use ballpoint pen to
duration
roll
of
up tip of
dunk.
cloth. Extract pen. Press rolled cloth against ceramic surface, e.g. restroom sink. In future, consider repositioning hat hook and/or coffee pot. Gray Slacks 66 at 1724. Decided to return home for fresh tie. Soiled tie will be laundered immediately upon return. The following matters have been submitted in a frank and forthright manner for Pipe Fan 413's judicious appraisal.
You install Pester Chum on your PDA. This should be useful. Now you can keep tabs on all of your chums while you wander around the house.
Garden Gnostic. It was
Hey,
Garden
Mount
Gnostic. Fuck
Balcony
yeah.
now. I am
That's what it
messaging
was
for
the
my
other
dad's
day. I was trying to remember what
PDA.
Jade's
The one you threw into the yard?
Nah, I'm telling you. It jumped out of my Silodex like a frightened weasel.
What were you doing with it in the
his
first place?
biologist.
I am not sensing a lot of regard for the personal property of others. Is this how your pent-up frustration with your father manifests itself?
What? No! Those were all accidents! Please take your psychobabblery elsewhere, miss.
Your bathroom is a mess. Did you do that too?
Man, see, this isn't cool. All this snooping nonsense.
I need to relax.
There's
I'm
a
relaxing
cake
while
in
I
the
watch
toilet.
this.
Yes,
There's
there
a cake
is.
in the toilet.
I'm tempted
yes,
to clean it up for you.
Okay, if that will satisfy your weird OCD complex, then go ahead.
My obsessive-compulsive disorder complex. Can a disorder also be a complex?
In your case, probably.
Sounds
disorder
complicated.
also be a complex.
Anyway, I am going to have a look at this enormous platformy thing you put on the balcony.
You examine the alchemitor in a cautious manner. You have no idea what to do with this thing. You can't actually find any controls for it. Having exhausted all other possibilities, you decide to just stand on it. This isn't very cautious of you, actually. You turn around and look through your telescope. It is a clear, sunny day with nothing out of the ordinary to report. At least nothing beyond the walls of your own home.
Whoops.
If the Homestuck animated
Whoops,
pilot
what?
starts, it's the reckoning of the end.
What was that noise? Is this something I should go investigate?
No,
Fuck
I have
started
it
the
under
Homestuck
control.
game?
You can keep playing with your telescope.
Ugh.
I think I can patch it up.
I
Just
love
give me
how
a little
she just
space.
rips it out
Why
of the
don't you go
floor.
have a look at the Cruxtruder?
The what?
The thing I put in your living room.
Here is the place to relax today.
You
yes.
jump down into the
For
utility
relaxation.
room. After doing so, you take the sledgehammer and the capture log card, combine the two and quickly apply it to your Strife Specibus. You think it's really cool that things don't always have to be such a federal fucking issue. Ha, it looks like another one of your chums is pestering you on your PDA.
Why don't you open
John,
chat?
did you get my package?
Oh, hey. No, not yet.
Darn, are you sure? It was in a green
No.
box.
Oh,
chat
yes,
open.
but it is in my dad's car, and he's still out at the store.
Darn, no, sir.
Now what
He should be back soon.
Great, so
Ectobiology is
what
my
are you up
chum
to today?
handle.
I am up to my neck in the stupid spurb stuff. TT is making a royal mess of my house.
Lol, what's Spurb?
Oh, it's this game. It's okay, I guess. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Whoa, what was that?
What was what?
There was a loud noise outside my house. It sounded like an explosion.
Wow, really?
I will go outside and look.
Oh man. Alright, but be careful, okay?
I will.
Might as well check out the... Oh, hell no. You put this thing in front of the door?
There's a door there?
Yeah?
I didn't see it. I just thought it would fit nicely into that groove.
You mean you thought it was elegant? Okay, well, what do I do with this thing? Hello? What are you doing up there now?
Oh, fuck.
You examine the wheel on the Cruxtruder. When you turn the wheel, something seems to be pushing up from underneath the lid, but you aren't strong enough to make the lid come off. On the tub's journey to the driveway, the connection is interrupted.
You can see me, right? Tell me, what is wrong with this picture?
Sorry, I keep losing the wireless signal. Must be the weather.
What is
I
wrong
would
with
look
this
for a stronger
picture?
signal in another part of the house, but I'd rather not risk an encounter with my mother. I battled through her cloud of gin and derision once already this evening.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yes, cake, gestures, unfaltering love and support. Quite a road to hoe there. Though, I suppose I'm complicit for not informing social services about your situation.
I know. What about going outside? Maybe you could catch the neighbor signal.
That presents the same problem. Also, it's raining, remember? And dark.
It's dark already?
Yes, the sun has already had its way with us here on the East Coast. Its lurid glare has moved on to younger time zones.
Okay.
John decides that he may have better use of his time trying to hit the Cruxtruder with his sledgehammer.
Need some help?
What is this thing? And what is that clock counting down to?
I've been looking at the GameFAQ walkthroughs to figure some of this stuff out. Hold while I read further.
Okay.
All of these walkthroughs are extremely short. None progress much further than this point.
Weird. Oh, I mean, it is a new game.
True. Now that the lid is off, you will need to extrude some Cruxite.
I'm totally just
As
like,
a result,
oh,
you
shit.
extrude
Stacey
one
Dixon,
Crooksite
well, guys,
dowel.
have a good bicycle.
I feel like we should be hurrying.
Bye,
That countdown
Scott.
is making me nervous.
Take
John?
care.
Oh. Your PDA is trapped onto the Crux site now, isn't it? Anyway, it looks like you're going to need this card too.
After picking up the card, a shard of glass is expelled from the deck and maims the Harlequin doll. You decide to take 2 fanciful Harlequins. The additional useless freight pushes your PDA to the last card. Then you switch the Q modus so you can access the PDA. More glass shrapnel flies from the deck.
This thing keeps following me around. I think it's trying to talk to me or something.
That is probably the kernel sprite. It apparently needs to be prototyped. Twice, actually. Whatever the hell that means. Whatever the hell that means. These walkthroughs are horrendously written.
Well, you are the one with the cursor, so just do whatever you think is the right thing to do. Also, fix my bathroom. I still can't understand this thing's gobbledygook.
That was only Tier 1 prototyping. There is still another tier to the prototyping process, which for all we know, merely advances this entity through increasingly esoteric states of linguistics.
The clock is ticking. We don't have time for this asinine tomfoolery.
This unmitigated poppycock?
Extravagant hogwash! Okay, stop. Stop typing whatever silly thing you're typing. I'm going upstairs to that big platformy thing.
The alchemitor.
Huh?
Try to learn the lingo.
You try to use the pre-punched card with the alchemitor, but there is no slot for a card anywhere to be found on the alchemitor. The Colonel sprite followed you upstairs. Acquiring a Crooksite dowel seems to have populated the Athenium with one item, a perfectly generic object. You snatch the telescope from its tripod. Who knows, it might be useful, but more importantly, it pushes the Crooksite to the last card, making it available for tinkering. The PDA is predictably jettisoned into the yard, over the neighbour's fence. You place the Crooksite dowel on the alchemitor's small pedestal. But wait, something is happening.
It's a generic
You
object.
set the alchemitor to cast 3 perfectly generic objects for some reason, expending a total of 6 units of build grist. These things look completely useless. What a waste. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice there's something in the sky. You switch back to your stack modus and get a closer look with your telescope. Whatever it is, the Colonel sprite seems to be particularly agitated about it. You're no astronomer, but its trajectory looks suspiciously head-on with your current perspective. This is a troubling development. You also high-five the Colonel sprite. You figure you've left him hanging long enough. You think about ingesting a unit of build grist. It is tempting because they strongly resemble Rockin' Blue Raspberry Gushers. However, the units of build grist are a gaming abstraction and do not seem to exist on the physical plane. There is apparently no crisis so imminent that will deter you from contemplating the most idiotic and frivolous of actions.
Your dad is getting home. John, what did you do with your PDA this time? I'm working on the bathroom, but we are running low on build grist.
Wouldn't that be nice, renovating? His dad's like, I can't get in the house. He's like, why is the toilet outside? Why is there a kid in the toilet?
Upon returning to your room, you find that 2 chums have been trying to message you.
I'm working on the bathroom, but we are running low on build grist.
Oh man, who cares about the bathroom? Now there's a meteor heading for my house.
I see. Do you suppose it has anything to do with the game?
I don't know, maybe. What do I do?
I think it's very likely. The walkthroughs vaguely suggest an impending threat before they end. The already poorly constructed sentences become even more curt and ambiguous. as if written hastily and with a sense of alarm. Actually, their dedication to updating the walkthrough under such circumstances is admirable.
Wow, fascinating.
If the meteor is a game construct, I think the only thing to do is to proceed, and try and solve the dilemma on the game's terms. Try using the lathe. It says you can use the card on it, but isn't more specific than that.
Okay, I'll do that.
Really, it is a labor to read this drivel. If I read any more, my brain will need to be spoon-fed from a jar, while it blows spit bubbles in a high chair. I think I will write my own walkthrough. That is, after we make sure you don't die.
I get what you mean.
I heard you got
jokes.
the box. I hope you appreciate my heroic fatherly perseverance in getting it to you, in my rough and tumble, dirty, wife-beaterly sort of way. Also, I hope you appreciate how many no-talent douches had their mitts on that bunny before you. It's like a grubby baton in some huge douchebag marathon. Hey, where are you?
Oh man, the bunny was awesome, but I don't have time to talk. I'm playing Spurb, and it's kind of a nightmare. TT is breaking everything in my house.
Dude, I told you to steer clear of that game. And for that matter, you should probably wash your hands of flighty broads and their snarky horseshit altogether.
And now there's a meteor coming, and I'm not even joking about that. It's like a big asteroid or comet or something in the sky heading right for my house!
Oh man, how big is it?
I don't know. Big, I guess. I gotta go. We'll talk later if I'm still alive and the Earth isn't blown up.
Like the size of Texas, or just Rhode Island? They're always throwing around these geographical comparisons to give us a sense of scale like it really means anything to us. But it's like, it doesn't matter. It's always just like, wow, that's pretty fucking big. Like, Mr. President, there's a meteor coming, sir. Oh yeah? How big is it? It's the size of Texas, sir. Oh shit! Or, how big is it? It's the size of New York City, sir. Oh shit! Sir, I'm afraid the comet is the size of your mom's dick. Oh, snap! Sir, are you familiar with Jupiter? You mean like the planet? Yeah. Well, it's that big, sir. That sounds pretty big. I have a question. Is it Jupiter? Yes, sir. The Earth is literally under siege by planet fucking Jupiter. Oh, shit! Anyway, later.
You slip a pre-punched card into a slot on the totem lathe. Above, the tool arm deploys a configuration of chisels. Now you just need something to lathe. Cursing your lack of foresight, you return to the balcony for the Crooksite dowel you left on the pedestal. You navigate the hallway leery of your dad, who is presently puzzling over the new fixture in his hallway.
He's like, why is there a bathroom in the hallway?
What has happened to my house?
The perfect crime. You retrieve the Crooksite dowel. Dad just shrugs and heads back downstairs, presumably to do more baking. If only he knew you were hard at work saving his ass. Moving on, you clamp the Crooksite into the lathe. The lathe then carves one totem. You take said totem.
Run, John.
Alright, I used the lathe to make this blue shapey thing. Now I guess I take it back to the Alchemixer again?
Alchemitter.
Hello?
Alchemixer. It's Alchemitter. 2 minutes. I'm getting food. Happy day. I'm gonna get
A
food.
young
Yay.
lady
Bye,
stands in
Byron.
her bedroom. Due to a violent storm, her house has just lost power, along with her wireless internet connection. This has severed her link to a popular video game she was playing with a young man at a critical moment. That young man is relying on this young lady to re-establish a connection somehow. This young lady named...
Rose. Oh.
It's on the tip of your tongue.
Lady Broad.
What was the name of this young lady again?
Lady Broad, clearly.
Flighty Broad. No, that wasn't
Rose
it.
Lalonde.
Rose Lalonde. Ah, yes, that'll do. Your name is Rose. As was previously mentioned, you are without electricity, although your laptop computer still functions on battery power. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for rather obscure literature. You enjoy creative writings and are somewhat secretive about it. You have a fondness for the bestially strange and fictitious, and sometimes dabble in psychoanalysis. You also like to knit. Your room is a bit of a mess, and on occasion, if just the right one strikes your fancy, you like to play video games with your friends. What will you do? Retrieve the arms from the purple box. The purple package's contents are private. No one is allowed to look inside. Writhe like a flagellum and puke on your bed. The thought alone makes you sick to your stomach. Then how about you stroke your writing journal and mutter, "My precious." You would only resort to such an embarrassing activity while no one was watching. These journals are for your eyes only.
Your eyes only.
You capture log the violin, storing it in the root card of your Sylladex. Furthermore, you choose to play a haunting refrain on your violin. You waste approximately 40 seconds playing the violin while your friend is in peril. Nice time management skills there, sweetheart. Since your good-for-nothing friend is obviously not going to bail you out in time, you issue words of passing fondness to dear sweet Liv. Oh, if only Affleck could have been the one to make the final sacrifice instead of her stubborn, blue-collar, salt-of-the-earth father. Then she would fall into your arms for consolation, and you would be the one to make the deceased Bruce Willis proud. Rose chooses to pick up her knitting bag. It occupies the left leaf card under the violin, per the tree modus's alphabetical sorting method. K less than V. Your panoramic window offers a view of your yard below, and the mausoleum housing your dead cat, Jaspers, who died when you were young. Your mum had the structure erected with the spirit of a scornful irony in response to your youthfully innocent request to hold a funeral for the animal. At least this is how you have come to interpret the gesture in retrospect. You can also make out a silhouette for a laboratory next door, a facility which likely broadcasts a strong wireless internet signal. You may be able to connect to the signal from a different part of the house, perhaps if you seek higher ground. You take your laptop and prepare to make the journey through the house. L less than V, L more than K. This causes the tree to be unbalanced, so your Sylladex auto-balances itself. Now the laptop occupies the root card, while the other two items comprise the leaves. K less than L, V more than L. You examine a book on your desk. The Grimoire for Summoning the Zoologically Dubious. This book is absolutely indispensable for enthusiasts of your ilk, of which there are very few. You take the Grimoire. G less than L, G less than K. You leave your bedroom. Hanging just next to your door in the hallway is a painting of an exquisite wizard. Your mother collects these awful things ironically. She must know how much you detest them, and there is no doubt in your mind she stores these dreadful things in the house to bother you. Down the hall to the right is the way to the observatory. Perhaps you will be able to connect from up there. Your mother's room is also in that direction. You will have to watch your step.
There's a lot of reading for a lot of background stuff.
You tiptoe to the observatory.
Yeah, true.
You also approach a juncture in the hallway. Beyond that juncture is the observatory.
I love how fucking petty she is with her mom. Her mom's an alcoholic, but she's not that bad.
This door leads up to the observatory. You haven't ventured up there in quite some time. The door opens to an exterior walkway leading to the observatory entrance. You've seen less inclement weather before. Oh, the things you'll do to help out a friend. You first put your laptop down on the floor to get it situated, but removing it from the root card causes all the branches and leaves to be severed. Your items are dumped unceremoniously on the floor. You're in a hurry, sure, but that doesn't mean you can't take a moment to peek through the huge telescope. You find a gap in the clouds. It seems a flurry of smaller meteoroids is streaking steadily overhead. You're not sure what this means, but it is somewhat disconcerting. You stack the laptop on the grimoire to increase the maximum elevation. You'll need every advantage you can get. There are several signals being broadcasted from the laboratory, each one of relatively decent strength. One of them is mysteriously and quite conveniently unsecured, requiring no password. You select the signal and reconnect to the game with John.
I'm back.
Hurry up and open my door! Not that even matters, I think I'm probably dead no matter what.
Patience. You still haven't used the new totem.
Huh?
I believe it will create the item on the punch card.
So what is it, like an apple or something? What good will that do?
We'll see. I found no evidence that anyone has successfully created the item. And the content of the card appears to be variable from session to session. In one instance, it was described as an eggy lockin' thicket.
Do we have enough of these building jewels to make it?
According to the Athenium, it is a free item. This speaks of its importance, in my view. Now off you go.
Well, there goes the rest of your build, Grist. Also, you probably should have just done this in the first place. You take the totem to the alchemitor, but you've got to get those stupid blocks out the way first. The Colonel Sprite is getting awfully worked up about all this. You store the perfectly generic objects in your Fernalia registry, potentially to be deployed at a later time.
Cycle them. There we go. Kaboom. End of act.
Absolute cinema.
What?
Years and...
Nothing.
Did you just say absolute cinema?
Yeah.
Amazing. I fucking love this series. It's got enough
It's
humor in
interesting.
it that it's interesting, and then you're like, what the fuck is happening? You're like,
Yeah.
it's all happening in the real world, and now
in
we're
the
on
future,
some other part.
but not many. A wayward vagabond records
This is the
a
beginning of Act
stuttering
2.
step in the sun-bleached dust.
Wayward vagabond. Oh, it's the mayor. Wayward vagabond. Oh, high motive.
Suburb Beta Walkthrough, version 1.0, April 13, 2009, by Tentacle Therapist.
There, I drank some water.
Table of contents.
Drink
1.
the water.
Caveats and condolences. 2. Walkthrough, incomplete. Caveats and condolences. I'd be inclined to dispense with the trait even under less pressing circumstances. Needless to say, I'll forgo the inscrutable ASCII banner which typically heralds the striking freefall of these documents. I'll also resist the urge to brandish any copyright marks or the particular neuroses that concerns itself with the theft of the utterly mundane. I'll allow other deranged prospectors to stake claims on their worthless
That's
plots as the
interesting
woods
because
burn around them.
Homestuck was the worst one for that.
My
You weren't allowed to
introduction
have
will be
homemade
sparse.
stuff or anything related to it.
There will be no majestic prose blustering into the sails of a galleon as
like,
we embark on this voyage together.
anything.
Nor will there be any ham-fisted prose whipping its limbs under a bedsheet like a retarded ghost, for that matter. I won't set the stage or dim the lights. The mood you will see will be set soon enough. Since you are reading this, chances are you have installed this game on your computer already. If this is true, like many others, you have just participated in bringing about the end of the world. But don't beat yourself up about it. There was never anything you could have done to prevent it. The end is happening right now, as I type as you read. I have come to understand that we were always doomed through our collective ignorance, and now further doomed by those few who know and struggle to flee. If you're lucky, you'll be among the smaller subset of the latter who are successful. What I mean is, while that game you installed is just one more grinding slab of rock sealing our planet's crypt, it is also your only hope to live. I'm presently faced with the same conundrum as you, and though I speak with more experience, my own outcome is far from assured. I will play the game, as much of it as there is to play, and record my findings here. If you want to live, you will do as I instruct. My condolences. TT.
Boo boo. Boo boo. Boo boo. Wind and shade, light and rain, heat, clockwork, and frost and frogs. That's there.
I'm just gonna go grab some drinks.
Okay, I'll pause it.
Yeah.
I love this series. Okay. Just, I'm not sure how it'll. That's it already. I've returned from making dinner. Oh, cool. Welcome back, Seven. I will keep a. I guess you can just go back and watch this if you want to watch it. Catch up with us. Where we are in Homestuck. Because we've only missed a bit of it. Hey, baby girl. What you doing, honey? Give it. Okay. Willow. You ate already. There's nothing in the bowl. Hey, baby girl. You guys just watching Homestuck? Yeah, that's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. We watched the first. We've watched all of Act 1. We're on Act 2. So we've watched this bit. If you want to catch up with us, we've watched it. I'll make a little Discord thing where I can keep track of what we watch at home. Make another. Okay. That room's got watch book. Thread watchers thinking, but we'll keep book club active. Okay, that's can stay active. I'm gonna add another thread. Third thread. Context is for the week. Okay. There, we'll keep it open. Oh, that's the new Metapod. Context is for the week. Want to see my favorite character in it? Kirk. I have cosplays of him.
I'm back.
Okay.
I found some beer in the fridge.
Nice. But I made another thread on the general chat. Keep track of.
Okay.
Homestuck, where we get in Homestuck, so that everybody else can watch up to it too if they want to.
The kernel divides.
Good
The
idea.
two halves go their separate ways, leaving behind the sprite portion.
Goes to Frostbit, the other goes.
What is left of the sprite undergoes a mysterious transformation. For a moment you thought you heard someone say "boy," as if whispered in the periphery of your awareness.
Boy.
It was
Boy.
probably just your
Boy.
imagination, though.
Boy.
To walk around, use the mouse, arrow keys, or WASD keys. Click on various objects to open command menus for them.
MS Paint.
Outstanding flash
the
programming by
website that this
Alexis
is released on?
Gancro Ben Gessner.
There's still more being released. Homestuck 2 got stuff. I haven't watched it, that would piss me off.
This large platform. Good grief, what is it, boy?
The alchemitor created the apple, or the
Then
tree that
types
sprouted it
beer.
rather, right on time to save you from destruction.
Yeah,
You're
it's
not sure if you can say the
EPUB.
same for the rest of your neighborhood, though. You wonder what
Juicy
happened
EPUB.
to your dad.
Wondering what happened to your dad.
Boy, open this door and walk through it.
Boy, open this door and walk.
What was that, boy?
That's right.
Oh.
Maybe.
Use this to reseal that
Boy,
opening
you
there.
have to know it has an
Boy.
eye.
If only putting the
Boy.
lid back on the crook strudel
Boy.
would undo all that it has done.
The thing is,
Alas, the Pandora's tube has been opened.
it didn't matter whether he did this or not. Everybody else was playing the game. Like, there's a reason that when Rose looks through her thing, she sees a bunch of meteors coming down, because it's not just him. The whole world is ending. If you didn't go into the game, you were gonna die anyway. Like, because as it goes, the meteors
Move this
get
absurd
bigger.
edifice and exit your house, boy.
This thing weighs a ton. You'd honestly be surprised if the game cursor could lift it, or at least not without a significant expense of grist. Of all the places for Rose to drop the infernal thing,
Let's get her to
more
open
than
a
ever
hole
you
in the
feel...
fucking wall.
What's the word you're looking for?
Yeah, so this was actually like, if you go to MS Paint and you played
This
this,
way.
this was
To
actually
the
like an
doors like you see in a
explanation,
cowboy
an
saloon.
an exploration part in the thing. You could actually walk around. Okay. That's why it's such a weird thing, because you walked around, you picked stuff. It was like point and click adventure at certain points.
Open this door now.
Yeah. I mean, it was very point and click. from the
Go
beginning, if I'm
back
being
into the
honest.
luncheon parlor.
My favorite part is when it gets prototyped again. Ah, the Batter Witch.
Sample part of uncooked dessert.
Back, ye miserable wench! Stay thy choking airborne particles of temptation!
You there, boy.
I
Exit, boy.
can't with the voice.
Boy!
God, I love how he runs.
Yeah, how he runs is fucking adorable.
Admire this wall-mounted gadget.
Through some mysterious force, your house still seems to be powered, even though the wires are severed. Quite bizarre.
Back in the house with you.
fucking house with you. So this was an interactive part of the comic. Yeah, there was quite
Boy,
a bit of it
quit
that was
all this
interactive.
scurrying
like this.
around.
I'm
For
not
the
sure if
last
MS Paint
time, this
still
boy's
exists,
name is
but-
John.
A minute, we can check. I'm not sure if if it was converted to work for something else. MS Paint Adventure. Let's see. Right. Like it was a lot of this was basically it for quite a bit. But it still exists. MS Paint at least.
Fine. John, return to your quarters.
You go back up to your bedroom, tiptoeing around this weird petroleum-based sludge.
Now, John, respond to your friend unit.
John, are you there?
Hey, yeah, I'm here. And not dead, I think.
I know. I've been watching you scramble through the house like a lunatic. You should have answered me sooner.
Scramble through the house. Like, okay.
Oh man, sorry. I was looking for my dad and I can't find him anywhere. Have you seen him?
No, I'm sure he'll turn up. We have more important things to address right now.
Yeah, like, where am I?
I don't know that either, but I've determined your neighborhood was destroyed by the meteor. Wherever you were transported, it saved you from the impact. I've been reading reports in the news. Over the last few days, there have been many smaller meteor collisions with people's homes around the world, and they seem to be getting bigger. Yours was the biggest they've identified so far.
Wow, okay. So then I guess if this is all the game's doing, then the point is for us to save the world?
Perhaps.
Then we better get moving and figure this game out.
Yes, but wait. We should retrieve your PDA, yet again. It will help to keep tabs on each other while you investigate. I think I can get you closer to it, if I can replenish our grist supply somewhat. There may be a way to recycle some that we already used.
Okay.
I'll meet you on the balcony.
Wait, Rose, one thing.
What?
You never even wished me a happy birthday. Hello?
I was working on something to send you, but I was running late with it. I didn't want you to think I believed a meager well wishes alone would suffice for the occasion. That said, happy birthday, John.
Oh jeez, that is silly. Anyway, thanks.
First, take the fabric item on the floor there.
The towel? Why? Oh well, you're the boss. You capture log the towel. What now?
Do as the purple text says. To the balcony.
John makes his way to the balcony per your awkwardly worded request.
Wait, take that. The blue wobbly thing.
You whimsically decide to
Wobbly
capture log
thing.
the totem which was used to create the apple tree earlier.
John, recycle the grist as was dictated by your cohort.
John cannot do anything with the grist as of the moment. That is up to the S-Bird player. Yes, that will suffice. Rose deletes the perfectly generic objects. 6 units of build grist are restored to your grist cache. Rose expends the grist to drag a new plank from the balcony in the direction of the PDA.
John, run across precarious platform swiftly.
John isn't sure about that. It's a long way down.
The wobbly thing, I hope it wasn't produced by
Boy,
Bad
I shall
Dragon.
make
That's
haste
funny.
on the narrow catwalk.
John is very nervous about the idea, and the strident tone of your commands is starting to make him a little upset.
Fine. Proceed as your level of comfort dictates.
You cautiously walk within the range of the PDA. Rose then retrieves it.
Now take it.
You grab the PDA, launching one of the Harlequin figures into the night. You can kiss that one goodbye.
Forward arrow, forward arrow.
Just
I like
one
how there's
arrow
like a
command
little
will
shadow
suffice.
of it disappearing
Thanks.
into the fucking
It looks like you're not the only
cloud
one trying to
thing.
locate your father after the disaster.
John, are you okay? You seem a bit tentative.
I'm fine, I guess. Since I got here, I feel compelled to do all these weird things I don't really want to do. By some kind of voice that I can't really even hear. I don't know, it's hard to explain.
Perhaps the early symptoms of an anxiety disorder, like post-traumatic stress.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Well, if you pull yourself together, there are a few more things we should try. Like prototyping the kernel sprite again, if possible. We should hurry. My laptop battery won't last forever.
Okay, I will go back inside.
No, don't do that. Hop off this ledge onto that car.
What? No, that sounds incredibly dangerous. Now you're just being a pest. Which turnip truck did you tumble out of anyway? Who are you? Years in the future, but not many, an unsealed tunnel welcomes hot desert air into its stagnant depths.
The mayor! Turnip truck, lol, I know, right? Just like, the references are all over the place, and just the things that they say, you're like, what? And then you giggle. Boy. It's spelled with Y, apparently.
Oh.
Sadness.
An examination of the basics. Upon connecting with the client user, you, the server user, will be met with a control panel allowing you to manipulate your co-player's environment. You will find that you are allowed to deploy 4 items at no expense. 3 of these are rather large machines, and 1 is a punch card. It's quite possible that you have already deployed some of these items before reading this. If that is the case, and you have activated the machine called the Cruxtruder such that it displays a countdown, you must proceed to section A100 of this walkthrough immediately. The life of the client user depends on it, and if your co-player has activated this device in your environment too, then yours does as well. But if not, please refrain from doing anything with the Cruxtruder aside from merely deploying it. This will buy us some time to think things through properly, and to go over the basics of the game before you find your soft, easily punctured head in the jaws of the lion. As mentioned, there are 4 items to consider, each playing a role in the process, which appears to have a singular purpose: to manufacture objects out of thin air. The designers of the game, judging by the language used, regard this process as a sort of alchemy. This may allude to complexities in the production process yet to present themselves. But for now, the variety of objects you are able to create remains quite limited. The items in question are the Cruxtruder, again, tread lightly with this one, the totem lathe, the alchemeter, and the pre-punched card. I will describe how these devices work in conjunction with each other, and I will use the analogy of having a key made at a hardware store to help you understand. First, deploy all of these objects in convenient proximity to each other. Be sure not to block doors or pathways with them. You can always revise the dimensions of the rooms to make space for them, but I'd advise against this. Or even experimenting with function. Doing so comes at the expense of build grist, a commodity which appears to be at a premium at the onset, and one you'd be best advised to save for later. The Cruxtruder. Removing the lid signals the moment your life becomes a great, whirling, batshit pandemonium, somewhat resembling the chaos of an especially ethnic wedding. Somewhere, a soused uncle deliberately shatters china on the floor. Muddy livestock is decorated and then lost track of. The question, whose mule is this, at times can be heard over the din. This is now your reality. But aside from that, it marks the beginning of the process I'm about to describe. The countdown begins, yes. Also, an entity called the kernel sprite is released. But neither of these things are all that relevant to this process, to my knowledge. More on these things later. What is relevant is the unlidded Cruxtruder's ability to dispense Cruxite dowels. It will dispense at least one, though I suspect it is capable of producing more, given parameters I'm not yet familiar with. In my key-making analogy, these dowels represent the uncarved pieces of metal which the hardware store employee retrieves from a drawer or a rack, and sets about carving into a key. The 2 following items are needed to do the carving. The pre-punched card. It is a simple Siladex card containing an item. There is evidence to suggest the specific item it contains is variable from session to session. The card I deployed contains a blue apple. Yours may be different. It shouldn't matter, hopefully. Additionally, the card, as you may guess, is punched, like the ones used with antique computing systems. The pattern of holes comprises data, which I believe corresponds to the instructions for creating the item the card contains. Data is pre-punched to suggest that there is a way to punch an unpunched card, possibly imprinting it with the data for the item it contains, though no mechanism for this has presented itself yet. But the data on the card cannot be used to create this item directly. There is a middleman. That middleman is the totem lathe. The totem lathe. This is essentially the key carving machine. It will carve into your Crocside dowel a pattern of grooves and contours, the sort which makes a key unique. The instructions for this pattern are supplied by the punch card, which is inserted into the lathe pre-activation to configure its chisels. Once the dowel is carved, you have a totem serving as your key, which can then be used to unlock the card item through the alchemeter. But at this point, I will diverge from my key-making analogy and switch to a barcode analogy, which is not a terribly strenuous leap to make, since the concepts of a key and a barcode are essentially the same, one being a unique pattern of grooves, the other of varying black lines. The alchemeter. If you place a Crocside dowel, carved or uncarved, on the alchemeter's small pedestal, its robotic arm will scan the contours with a laser. Hence, the barcode analogy. This is the machine's way of reading the data originally imprinted from the card and transforming that data into a physical object. Though typically, this is not done without expense, I believe. An uncarved dowel results in the creation of a perfectly generic object, which is a seemingly useless green cube. It costs 2 units of build grist to make, and I do not advise you to waste resources on it. There appears to be many other varieties of grist, ostensibly used in combinations to create different sorts of items, which possibly offers some insight into the game's use of the term alchemy. But, quite conveniently, there is an exception to this. Creating the item on the pre-punched card costs nothing. This is good, because creating this item turns out to be essential. Now that you know this, you can in your own time begin the process. Once you initiate it, naturally there is no going back, so best to be prepared. But you probably shouldn't drag your feet too long. As I mentioned earlier, this is your only means of escape. When you're ready, be prepared to follow the steps in the next section swiftly. So your extruder is ticking. Do this to live.
In the distance, meteorites fall with even greater frequency. The fire in the forest burns so hot, not even the rain is putting it out. You check your laptop battery and find that it is alright for now. But it won't be for long. If the power in the house doesn't come back on, you can think of one last resort. The small backup generator stored behind the mausoleum. Rose then attempts to prototype the sprite with the Betty Crocker box.
What? Oh man, you're gonna use that? That sucks. What a stupid idea.
We have to hurry along. I'm running low on battery power.
The cake mix. It's so dumb.
I doubt it matters. We might as well just use any old crap lying around.
Fine, I guess.
The sprite is playing hard to get. You guess that is what you get for originally prototyping it with something that engenders mischief and pranksterism.
Do the potted vegetable instead. It looks delicious.
Pipe down, you. This is Rose's decision, not yours. Rose then attempts to prototype the sprite with the Sassacre text.
Oh yes! Sweet! Now we're talking.
See if you can distract it. I'll try to sneak up on it.
The sprite finds the distracting manner in which you flail about to be rather distracting. The pesky sprite eludes you again. Not even the great Colonel himself can outfox it. In narrowly missing your attempt to create the Colonel sprite, you drop the massive tome. The entire house rattles with the astonishing girth of the book. In the other room, Nana's ashes dump onto the sprite, which it is caught unawares by the dousing.
Spectacular incident.
You find the sacred urn toppled again, and this time you are quite sure that it wasn't your fault. The sprite is nowhere to be found.
Oh man, where'd it go?
I can't find it anywhere in the house. No time to worry about it. The next thing we should do is get your server copy of the game from the car. You need to connect to my client, so I can repeat your steps and presumably join you. Wherever
okay,
you
1 minute,
are.
I'll send you the link. Just type this into YouTube. It should be the first thing. It's voice over Nexus. Literally should be the first thing that pops up.
Wait, so this is originally a comic series, or?
Yeah, this is just the group
Okay.
that did all the reading for free and posted it on YouTube.
Okay.
Did you do this quickly before my house burns down?
Wait, there's a fire?
There will be soon.
Oh, jeez. So move this thing already.
It looks like it requires a lot of grist to move. I don't have enough to relocate the door either.
How much do you have?
0?
Oh. I thought about jumping to the car from the ledge earlier, but that sounds really dangerous.
I have a better idea. Meet me upstairs?
Do again as Purpleword says.
You are about to head upstairs, but you thought you heard something behind you. It was faint, but you could swear you could hear it was a small, light-hearted chuckle, along the lines of a spirited hoo-hoo-hoo.
Hoo-hoo-hoo. Fucking Nana Sprite.
Ignore this woman's antics.
You're not sure if you even saw a woman, let alone any of her hypothetical antics. But whatever it was that you might have caught a glimpse of, it sure gave you the willies. You head upstairs on your way to the balcony. Your PDA is acting up again.
Hey bro, check it out, I'm working on some new rhymes.
Dude, I don't have time for your nerdy raps.
Come on, this is Hellsville, just listen.
Sounds like you don't even believe me that I was about to get blown up. But I really was, but now I'm in some weird dimension that Spurb sent me to or something. And now on top of that, I think I'm being haunted by my dead grandma.
Huh. For real?
Yeah, it's true, but I'll talk to you later about it.
I think I could just drop some sick rhymes about all this.
Man, see, I just don't think all this rapping stuff is as cool as you think it is.
Nah, this'll be dope, check it.
No, I have to go, bye.
Wait. Armageddon's getting waged on us, but I'm getting armed and dangerous. Sending men in space for saving us. See which players more courageous. Banner Bruce, dudes reach a truce. Put their blow shoots to use and upsuck it. Affleck sacrifice, crifice. I would have to suffice, fluck it. Bro be a stained glass saint up on a cross getting hella Christ plagiarist. Bruises like hella off that crucifix. Nuff of this fucking savior fuss. Restrained his ass per McLean Redux while Buscemi remained derangerous. When a plan gone astray, pays off a wasted craterus. Ashtray cratering to layers of Matt McConaughey's vague remainder dust. Wait, McConaughey wasn't even in any of those Meteor movies, was he? I'll have to make a rap about, I don't know, Morgan Freeman or something. Being the president, it'll be called Obama Made It So That No One Gives a Shit About Black Presidents in Movies Anymore. See, you gotta fill me in on what's going on. So I have something to rap about besides all your dumb shit movies.
He's not wrong. Seeing a black president in a movie nowadays isn't a surprise because they've had a black president.
Enough strange poetry from the red text.
You head out to the balcony to find out what Rose has in mind. She is messaging you again.
The purple text is less irrational than the red text.
I'm lifting up the car to the balcony.
Whoa, okay.
Once it is up, retrieve the game. Then I'll put it back down on the driveway.
But the door is locked.
Then break a window!
But it's my dad's car!
It's just a
feel like
window,
we're past
and this
that.
sort of thing is an emergency. Otherwise, I promise I'll handle the car with velvet gloves.
Alright.
Bye-bye.
Ridiculous folly. Inexcusable.
I love the eyebrows. Just...
What color are the words that this chump says?
I'm back!
Oh, hi.
I went to investigate the explosion I heard.
Was it by any chance a meteor?
Yes, how did you know?
Oh man, it's kind of a long story. Anyway, are you okay? Did it blow up your yard or start a fire or anything?
No, I'm fine. It landed a pretty good ways away from my house and I went to look at it. It's pretty big, but Beck doesn't want me to go near it, so I came home. He seems to think it's dangerous.
Well gosh, he's probably alright.
Anyway, what have you been up to, John? Oh, did you get my package yet?
Yeah, I was trying to get it, but Rose dropped my car into a weird spooky bottomless pit, and the package was in the car, and I'm really sorry about that.
Lost my
Oh
homework. No.
Wow, okay. I guess I should start from the beginning. See, a meteor blew up my neighborhood.
That's terrible, John. I'm so sorry.
But I'm okay. And my house is too, sort of. The game I was telling you about, Spurb, which I was playing with Rose, sort of transported me somewhere at the last minute. But I'm trapped here and it's weird and dark and I can't find my dad and I just lost the car, my copy of the game in the pit, and I think I have to save the world from the apocalypse.
Well, it sounds really crazy and kind of scary, but it also sounds kind of exciting. I don't know, John. Maybe this is your destiny. If anyone can save the world, I think it is probably you.
Wow, you think so?
Yes.
Well, okay, but it's not even that simple. I was about to connect to Rose to help transport her and save her from the meteors and fire and stuff. But she lost battery power and I lost the game disc, so I think I gotta get TG to use his copy to save her. But that jackass won't shut up and stop rapping and stuff.
He is so silly.
Yeah, anyway, I should go talk about that. Sorry, VRB.
The green text was attractive. Now view the red text again.
When the film crew zooms where the president's at, I'm like, if that dude's black, I'll eat my hat. Turns out he is, so we're all damn directors got gumption like we'll all flip our shit. He ain't shining shoes or something. It's called free-emancipation. If it's not pres-election, it's God ascension. In Bruce Almighty, whoops, different Bruce from the one I just mentioned.
Ah!
Can't explain to me why this ain't condescension to think I'll shit a brick. Not even he can convey the intention with his quick-spun wit. Rather defray all this tension, sit on his lap while he whittles a splint, and some guy eyes what he does and patronizes, I guess, negrosities are the mother of invention.
Stop rapping for a second, you horse's ass! I have something important to talk about!
What's up?
Rose is in trouble, and she needs help. I was going to connect her with Suburb, but I lost my copy.
Okay.
Also, she lost battery power. If she can get back up and running, she'll need someone with the game to get her out of there before her house burns down. So I think you should use your copy of the game to help her.
My copy? That's gonna be tough.
Why?
I lost it. It's a stupid story and I'd rather not talk about it. Should be embarrassing, yo.
I thought you said you had two.
Well, yeah, one's my brother's copy.
Oh, well then get his then.
Alright, but he's not gonna be happy about that.
Whatever. Also, you might want to read Rose's walkthrough to get up to speed on this.
Oh man.
What?
Nothing really. Look, all I'm saying is the girl tends to lay it on kinda thick, you know?
Your laptop is out of battery power. There's only one thing left to do. Time to make your way to the backup generator. You think about knitting yourself a laptop cozy to protect your laptop from the rain. But that would be such a waste of time. Besides, you already knitted one a while ago. You retrieve it from your knitting bag and apply it to your laptop. You capture log the laptop plus cozy. That would be incredibly ill-advised. There are some dark forces that you just don't want to mess around with. You understand this better than most. You put the book down. You grab the knitting bag and the grimoire, in that order. It's always a logistical puzzle with your tree modus. The tree auto-balances, leaving the knitting bag accessible in the root card. You allocate the knitting needles to the strife specibus. You feel a lot more comfortable with this as a weapon. You're so handy with those needles, you feel like you could probably use them to fillet a swordfish. You lose the root card in the process, severing the tree. Hey, careful with that stuff. Rose is advised to knit a plush cuddle Cthulhu to soothe the nerves. That would be a preposterous waste of time. Besides, you're quite sure you've never heard of this creature called Cthulhu. There are, however, other specimens of the zoologically dubious that you are familiar with, such as Flathulu, foul patrician of misery. To hear his mammoth belly gurgle is to know the epoch of joy has come to an abrupt end. And Narub Yiglith, shame beast king of grotesquerie, rive lord of the moist beyondhood. Hearing his melodious chirps and tongue clicks causes one's bones to explode. And of course, there's Oglagoth, the deep one. Whenever he grinds his teeth, all of the children in a random galaxy somewhere will frown continuously for a 9,000-year span. He is the first and the smallest of the smaller gods. Appointed in servitude of a vile, unfathomable pantheon of middling gods, which caters to the whims of a noble circle of horror terrors. An omniscient, omnipotent order of the elite few, forever cloaked in the darkness of the furthest ring. And then there's some strange page containing some rather mysterious notes on summoning procedures. You've never been quite sure what these diagrams are getting at. You recapture log everything the way you want it to appear in the tree, and then head downstairs. You figure that's enough dilly-dallying. Now it's time to get a move on. April is the cruelest month, breeding lilacs out of the dead land, mixing memory and desire, stirring dull roots with spring rain. American sports legend, Charles Barkley. Surely your mother is lurking nearby. You should be prepared for an unpleasant conflict.
Oh, psych.
There's this really cool dude, okay? He's standing around being all chill like cool dudes are known to do sometimes. A cool dude like this probably has a real cool name, but he probably wouldn't tell you what it was if you asked. He'd be way too busy for that. Busy being totally sweet. But you could always try to guess his name, and if you were right, he might nod ever so slightly. That's a cool dude's way of letting you know there might just be hope for you yet. Insufferable This guy doesn't have time for that sort of bullshit. Dave Strider.
Dave!
Your name is Dave.
Oh,
it is an unreasonably warm April day. Your bedroom window is open to let some air in and your fan is cranked. Arguably even more cranked than would be your fly beats. Which brings us to your variety of interests. A cool dude like you is sure to have plenty. You have a penchant for spinning out unbelievably ill jams for your turntables and mixing gear. You like to rave about band no one's ever heard but you. You also like to collect weird dead things preserved in various ways. You're an amateur photographer, and you operate your own makeshift darkroom. You maintain a number of ironically humorous blogs, websites, and social networking profiles. And if the inspiration strikes, you won't hesitate to drop some fat rhymes on a mofo and represent. It is commanded that you quickly retrieve your arms from the cinder blocks. Nah. But perhaps you should get that damn beta and save your friend's life. This notion strikes you as nonsensical. You can't imagine how a video game could save someone's life. And in any case, you're quite sure no one you know is in any danger. Anyway, these are your copies of the beta that you have received in the mail recently. You have labelled them with your name in a bold red print to distinguish them from your bro's copies, who has labelled it in his kind. Neither of you really gives a shit about this game or has any intention of playing it, but you'll be damned if you let that get in the way of your campaign of one-upmanship. Bleat like a goat and piss on your turntable. You would never consider allowing any fluid, even remotely resembling urine, to touch your beloved turntables. That would risk breaking them, and a world without the gift of your godly science just doesn't sound like a place you want to have any part of. While you're at it, you may as well just wipe out human civilization with a meteor, or something ridiculous like that which will probably never happen. That sort of thing only happens in stupid idiot movies for stupid idiots. You will, however, contemplate bleating like a goat for ironically humorous purposes at a later date. Moving over, this is your closet. This is where you keep a lot of your crap, like that box, and that bottle of, wait, what is that? Is that... Disregarding the bottle, you turn your attention towards the blue package. This is the package that your friend John Egbert sent you for your 13th birthday a little while ago. It now contains nothing except a note and a certificate of authenticity vouching for the genuine Hollywood memorabilia for which the box originally contained, and which you are now wearing to be ironic, but also to be incredibly cool in a way somehow intangibly related to the ironic nature of the accessory. You find it sort of exasperating to explain these subtleties to people. The box also included a signed photo of Ben Stiller which now proudly hangs above your closet. Proudly and ironically. You capture log the box through your hash map fetch modus. Your modus's current hash function resolves the index by valuing each consonant at 2 and each vowel at 1. The total is divided by your number of cards, and the remainder is the index. Box equal 2 plus 1 plus 2 equal 5. 5 divided by 10 is 5. The box is capture logged in card 5. You examine the jar of unknown yellow substance in the closet. Oh hell yes! It is an unopened container of apple juice. You thought you were all out. It's like fucking Christmas up in here. This is so great, you've got to tell John about this immediately. He'll be so excited. You capture log the juice into card 7. 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 divided by 10 equals 7. In addition to letting your buddy know about this outstanding juice windfall, you figure you'll wish him a happy birthday while you're at it. In your own cool sort of roundabout way, of course. Good thing you looked at that box he sent you, or you might have forgotten. You also might as well ask him about that beta. The kid's been harping about it for weeks. It would be cool if it came on his birthday. He'd be one happy camper. And here we have a conversation that we have already heard before. You open the Hephaestus web browser and direct it to your ironically maintained blog where you post monthly satirical reviews of the Game Bro magazine. Your latest post is a review of the March issue. You've been meaning to write a review for the latest issue too, but you've been sort of dogging it. Something about the game they're reviewing just doesn't strike you as ripe for satirical purposes. In a new tab, you open another one of your sites, a webcomic ironically maintained for the satirical cipher vaguely similar to that of your blog. It's called Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. You have legions of devoted fans, most of whom are totally convinced of your creative persona's sincerity, which is just how you like it. You also figure as long as you're chilling at your computer, you may as well see how that new MSPA story is going. You haven't looked at it in a while.
You are the members of a sinister gang called the Midnight Crew. Your nefarious plots are serpentine in complexity. Your schemes, convoluted. You are planning a heist in your underground hideout. What are you gonna do? Spade Slick uses Occam's razor to carve a circular hole into the heist plans, freeing it from the knife. You wonder what moron would jam the knife so hard into the table in the first place. You push against the manhole cover, but it seems some unbelievable jackass has parked your getaway van on top of it. A familiar feeling stirs. This feeling is overwhelming, soul-blackened in rage. It's the sort of rage that'll make a man feel totally justified in sporting an unnecessarily elaborate assortment of fancy blades.
You don't remember where you last left off, so you jump ahead. You always forget to save your place in the story. It looks like the tempers have become short in this pressure cooker already. You speculate that the tipping point may have been the ill-advised motion for a game of 52 pickup. Even though the adventure began recently, it's already 3,000 pages long. You just don't have the time for this bullshit. You'll catch up later. Besides, it looks like someone's pestering you. You're pretty sure you know who it is.
In some cultures, the persistent refusal of a lady's invitation to play a game with her would be a sign of wanton disrespect. Either that or flagrant homosexuality.
What? Oh no. No, look. I'm busy, okay? I got a lot of shit on my plate. I'm sort of a big deal, okay?
I know. Sometimes I wonder how you are ever allowed to pay for meals in restaurants. It must be hard to keep a low profile when you're always overhearing odd voices whisper, "It's that guy who has a blog."
Seriously, dudes be worshipping me left and right. I can't hardly walk down the street without stepping over torsos of the prostrate.
Navigating the urban landscape, I'm sure, is difficult enough without an obstacle course of deferential flesh and skyward asses. Perhaps adapting the art of parkour to your unique environment would help.
Yeah, I mean, damn. Like, there's this scruffy little shit at my feet. An orphan or something, I don't know. Face flush on the pavement. I'm like, dude, you listening for a stampede of buffalo or something? He braves to look at me, then gives my shoe a little kiss and scurries the fuck off.
Heavy is the crown.
Yeah, not kicking Oliver Twist in the fucking face every day is my gift to the world, I guess.
Breathtaking magnanimity.
Among other things. I just give and fucking give.
Indeed. Nary a jewel tumbles from your wishbox of daily exploits, which I imagine does not sparkle.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you're just lobbying for me to play that dumb game.
Baseless accusation.
I'm telling you, Egbert is all about that game. He will play it with you and probably be tickled retarded about it.
I know this very well. I cannot hasten his mail's delivery, however.
Yeah, I'll hassle him some more about it. And look how about this. If you ever find yourself in the position where your life depends on me playing that piece of shit game, then I'll play. Will that make you happy?
More than you know. It perfectly mollifies my grief over the demise of chivalry.
John, what are you doing? Stop doing nothing.
Meanwhile, in the present, in a place where the present may be a concept of dubious merit, John is spacing out. But a vague and forceful thought jolts him to attention. Or maybe it's that bumping sound coming from the other side of the door. What is that?
Forward arrow?
A thick, unpleasant fluid pools from beneath the door.
Troubling. Investigate this.
There is a trail of this fluid in the hall leading to your room. You've had enough of the computer for a while. You feel like you've been messing around on it all week. It's time to get your jam on. You pull up to your Truster Akai MPC 1000 sampler and prepare to get sick nasty. Those beets were so fresh they belong in the produce aisle. Is this what you're talking about? Soccer mums be thumping that shit for ripeness like melons, you know what I'm saying? After the beet's that fresh, it'll be a crime not to reward yourself with a celebratory swig. 2 + 2 + 1 + 2 divided by 10 = 7. You can't do it! John's got you all twisted up inside now. All you can think is Mandel's gross monster piss. Damn you, Egbert! You decide to recapture log the juice. Allocate the sword to the Strife Specibus. But your Strife Specibus is already allocated to the Bladekind Abstratus. There is no need to allocate it. You can wield your sweet ninja sword as a weapon once it is in your Strife deck, but you will need to capture log it first before moving it there. The Ninja Sword, 2 + 1 + 2 + 2 + 1 + 2 + 2 + 1 + 2 + 2 = 17 divided by 10 = 7, occupies the same card as the juice, expelling the juice from your Siladex. It splashes all over your turntables and your copy of the beta. Ah! You head out to get a towel from the bathroom across the hall. You glance at one of the many radical puppets in your bro's collection and give a nod in approval. Is there anything not awesome about your bro? No, you think not. You enter the bathroom. There's a damp towel on the floor you can probably use for this crisis. You stop to pay a little respect to one of your bro's boys up there. Hey little man, how's it hanging? You take the damp towel. 2 + 1 + 2 + 2 + 2 + 1 + 2 + 1 + 2 = 15, divided by 10 = 5, expelling the box from your Siladex. Maybe you should search the bathroom for something slightly less damp. Nah, you decide to just wring this towel out into the toilet to make it less damp. It is now just a towel. 2 + 1 + 2 + 1 + 2 = 8, divided by 10 = 8. You take the towel and grab the box again while you're at it. You clean. 2 + 2 + 1 + 1 + 2 = 8. Up the juice with your towel and hang the damp beta envelopes on your line to dry off. In the breeze of the fan, the betas jostle near the open window. This arrangement is a little disconcerting. If they fell out, it would sure be a stupid way to lose them. The crisis is easily averted. You can't imagine it will ever resurface laid away in any way, shape or form. That beta is good as yours forever. You should probably go and pester Egbert again. You wonder if he found the beta yet. You might also chat about your respective Siladices and Fetch Modi if the topic happens to come up. You wonder if he is anywhere near as smooth with his Siladex as you are. Probably not. It's probably not even humanly possible. Suddenly, a rambunctious crow flies in for the open window and snatches the beta, probably to make a nest with, or maybe just for the sake of being a brainless, feathery asshole. You yell at the bird.
Stop!
You accidentally launch your ninja sword. Everything goes flying out the window, dead bird and all. No one can ever know about this. Yeah, you can pretty much kiss all that stuff goodbye. You feel kinda sorry for the bird, but at least you never planned on using that beta. Ever. Anyway, now that that little bit of ugliness is behind you, you guess you can look forward to several more hours of messing around in your room. Whoa, wait, what? You prepare to descend the stairs to your living room. You are standing eye to eye with a familiar foe, a 20-foot tall granite statue of the mighty wizard, Zazapan the Learned. Your mother had him installed through a hole in the roof with a heavy-duty crane. Just look at that mystical gaze, to peer into those aloof, glassy eyes is to arrest the curiosity of any mortal. To behold the wisdom concealed in the furrows of that venerable face is to know the ceaseless joys of bewilderment itself. Any man so fortunate as to catch askance his merry twinkle or twitch of a whisker shall surely have his dreams fulfilled. You find this grisly abomination utterly detestable. It is suggested that Rose should psychoanalyze her mother's love of wizards. There is nothing to psychoanalyze. Your mother clearly has no real affinity for these damnable things. She only collects them to spite you. If anything, she finds them more repellent than you do. She's just a committed woman. You descend to the living room area of your home's expensive open layout. There is the sound of rushing water beneath the floor. It tends to strike guests as a strange presence in a living space, but it's hardly become audible to you through familiarity. There's the front door, but hopefully there's no need to make the long trek around the house in the rain. You may as well see if you can slip through the kitchen and out the back unnoticed. But now it is suggested to view your mother's solid copper vacuum statue. Okay, but it's bronze, not copper. But it wasn't always. A while ago you gave this as an ironic gift to your mom for Mother's Day. You even customized it with a drink holder to support one of her ubiquitous alcoholic beverages. She liked the gift so much she had it bronzed and put on this pedestal. She even left it plugged in so it can still be turned on now and again. But never to do any cleaning. It never leaves this display. Sometimes at night when you're in your room you can hear it wailing from downstairs. She must know you can hear it. She's completely deranged. Furthermore, you are asked to grab the Eldritch Princess. It is too big to capture log. Not that you would want to move it anyway. The pretty princess doll has been sitting there for months, ever since your mother got it this abomination for your birthday as a totally passive-aggressive gesture. You decide to make it much less abominable by knitting Her Majesty a new head and new arms. Now it brings a mischievous smile to your face whenever you walk by. Your mother hasn't removed the doll yet, and probably never will. She will never be the one to blink first. You decide to acquire the umbrella from protection against the elements. U more than L, U less than V. You're going to have a hell of a time accessing that card when you need it. You'll guess you'll cross that bridge later. The liquor bottles are out in full force. Mom is surely nearby. It is again asked to investigate the richly coloured object in the middle of the screen. That would be your refrigerator, whose surfaces have been customarily served as the battlefield for a chilly siege of passive-aggressive one-upmanship. This is a drawing you did of your cat Jaspers when you were younger, along with it a poem about him. Your mother bought this ostentatious $15,000 frame for it, and had it welded to the door. Using the colourful magnet letters, you recently left a succinct message, which may or may not have been directed towards anyone in particular. But you couldn't find the letter W, so you just stuck two V's together. Your mother then purchased a fresh pack of W's and left them there for your convenience. Appreciative of the thoughtful gesture, you then left her a sincere thank you note, which you had legally notarized and then marked with a drop of blood. But part of it was touching the floor, so your mother was kind enough to lift the lower portion of the document with a velvet pillow. This is incredibly silly, and you're not sure how it fits into your campaign against your mother or getting your computer back online so you can escape your doom. But it's hard to resist getting a little silly sometimes, especially when you're absolutely positive no one is watching. W more than L, W more than V. But that unsightly void in the W pack just won't do, nor will the gash in the plastic. You deposit 12 cents in its place, which is your approximation of the letter's value. You also vow to return later and neatly sew the plastics shut. You now wonder how to address the pillow situation. It seems the woman has you at a clear disadvantage. Perhaps slipping a fresh doily under the pillow will do the trick. Or maybe spilling a bit of Worcestershire sauce on it, and then having it dry cleaned and returned along with a laboriously ingratiating apology note. No, there's no time for anything like that. Or maybe, just thinking out loud here, you could use the entire pack of W's as M's. Oh yes, that would burn. But you've already done something with the W pack, so there's no need to go back and gild that lily. This is delicate business, and that pillow is screaming for rebuttal. You decide to take the velvet pillow and lovingly embroider a poem of praise of motherhood on it. Hopefully you can pull this off before she notices it's gone. VE more than L. VE less than VI. VE more than U. But it causes your tree to become pretty badly unbalanced. It will surely auto-balance itself in a moment. And just like that, the umbrella becomes accessible in the root card. That's one of the things you love about your tree modus. The happy surprises. Okay, enough's enough. It's time to get... Ah! You don't know how she does that. You're never safe in this house. And of all the things to be doing during a power outage, she's up to her ironic housewife routine again. That mop bucket doesn't even have any water in it. What an absolute madwoman. This bird's got to fly.
Lousy, goddamn, stupid wizards.
Meanwhile, in the past again,
cool.
You're almost done patching up the hole in your window with the gaffer tape. But it's sort of hard to get any work done when all these people keep pestering you all day. You guess you better get on that.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, sup?
Not much. Sup with you, bro.
Good one. It's alright, being chill, I guess. You know how it goes.
Great. Feeling cool today, Mr. Cool Guy?
Oh man, you know it.
So cool.
You know, shit is ice cold up in here. Shit is wicked bananas, I'm telling you.
So have you talked to John today?
Yeah, we were just talking a while ago about he sucks at his Sylladex. Can you believe he uses stack? That kid is ridiculous.
Well, that doesn't sound like much fun.
What was it you use again? Wait, never mind. I forgot whenever we talk about your goofy moduses, I get a migraine. What do you want with John?
I want to tell him happy birthday and ask him about his birthday package.
Oh yeah, I was being sort of cagey and told him to check the mail. I was wondering if mine came yet.
I think it did.
Yeah?
And I think mine came too.
So, I guess you want to know if he likes it or something?
No, he won't open it. He'll lose it.
Oh. Wow, sorry to hear about that, I guess.
No, it's good actually, because he'll find it again later when he really needs it. Which of course is why I sent it in the first place.
See, like, I never get how you know these things.
I don't know. I just know that I know.
Alright.
Anyway, I have to go. I have to be back, which is always a bit of an undertaking.
Man, if I were you, I would just take that fucking devil beast out behind the woodshed and blow its head off.
I don't think I could if I tried.
Yeah, say hi to your granddad for me too, okay?
Yes, I guess an encounter with him is almost certain. It is usually intense.
Well, yeah, isn't it always with family? But he sounds like a total badass.
Yeah, he totally is. Anyway, I gotta go.
See ya.
Heights.
It'd be handy to have your phone, 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1, 8 divided by 10 equals 8, on standby so you won't always have to go back to your computer whenever someone pesters you. This way you can text message 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2, plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1, 18 divided by 10 equals 8. People, no matter where you are or what outrageously cool thing you're up to. So cool.
John, pursue adversary into that room.
And even meanwhile, in the present, sort of, once again the slippery antagonist eludes you. You only find more of these unpleasant oily smears. Someone is pestering you. Both your PDA and computer register the message.
This chum will know what to do.
Alright, I'm out of my room now, looking for my bros game.
Oh, good. Yeah, there's no sign of Rose yet. I hope she's okay.
Well, if she comes back, I'll be ready. You better know what you're talking about, because this could get ugly. Brought my phone, and I also took my awesome katana with me in case things get too hot to handle. And they always do.
You mean that cheap piece of shit you have on your wall?
Fuck you. It's sharp, and it's awesome, and it's a sword. End of story.
Okay, I don't really care. I'm in my room again. I think there's someone else in this house. Like monsters or something.
Howie?
I wish.
Dude, monsters aren't real. That's stupid kid stuff for stupid babies.
Maybe. Yeah, you're right.
What, are you an idiot? Of course there are monsters in your house. You're in some weird evil monster dimension. Come on. Skepticism is the crutch of cinematic troglodytes. Like, hey mom, dad, there's a dinosaur or a ghost or whatever in my room. Yeah, right, Junior, go back to bed. Fuck you, mom and dad. How many times are we going to watch this trope unfold? It wasn't goddamn funny the first time I saw it. Just once, I'd like to see dad crap his pants when a kid says there's a vampire in his closet. Oh shit, everyone in the minivan. Be fucking dad of the year right there.
Okay, stop. What do I do?
What do you have, a hammer? Man, so lame.
You can kill somebody
whatever.
with a hammer pretty
You should
easy.
look into weaponizing your Silodex.
Yeah.
My bro is always getting on my case about it, but man, it's not as easy as it sounds. But if you're fighting
It's
monsters
heavy,
left and
it's
right, you don't
metal.
have much choice.
Huh, okay. I guess I can read up on data structure some more.
I want my pogo
How's it going
hammer.
there?
I'm out in the living room. He's usually here, but I don't see him. Might be playing his
Never
mind
really
games.
who.
He's always pulling this ninja shit. All I see is Lil Cal over there, so I guess he can't be far.
Oh god, so lame.
What?
See, I just don't know why you think it's cool. His ventriloquist rapping thing.
Oh, Lil Cal? No, man. Lil Cal's the shit.
That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm just saying that being a white guy who's a rapper with a ventriloquist doll is not cool by any stretch of the imagination, or by any definition of the word cool, ironic or otherwise. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, bullshit. Cal is dope. Puppets are awesome. John Egbert blows. The end.
The end.
Yeah, more like the opposite of all those things is the thing that is true. I'm gonna go read. Good luck with your bro.
Read your book. Stay aware of these foes.
Monsters? Only retarded babies who poop in their diapers believe in that stuff.
Strike!
Threaten to end yourself. Fucking threaten to put a fucking needle in the fucking outlet. Erotic negligence. Okay.
It looks like Mom has satisfied her strife quota for the day. She simply
Hammers
returns
can
to
be
her
very
housework.
effective indeed.
No point in going out the front door anymore. Might as well head out the back, like you originally planned. First, be the pony. Second, trample Mom. You can't beat this stupid pony, and frankly, you can't imagine why anyone would want to. But you give the pony a begrudging pat on the snout anyway. Her name is Maplehoof.
Data structures for assholes! Chapter 7. God damn it, why do I even bother? The good news. Finally, your revolting incompetence can be put to use. Instead of accidentally firing a Silodex full of steak knives into a priceless oil painting of your beloved great aunt, you can turn that fumbling fairy towards one of your foes, such as the ability to grasp painfully simple concepts. The bad news. I'm tired of explaining myself worse to you gibbering fuckwads. In this chapter, I'll be phoning it in with the liberal use of diagrams and shitty clip art. What are you gonna do about it? You are gonna wriggle in your own viscous secretions like the worm you are. That's what. Here, learn something for a change. Asshole notes. Purse your lips together to form a stiff pucker. Apply them firmly to my rear end. I now pronounce you man and wife. Now get in the kitchen to make my ass some dinner, bitch.
Charge around!
You're trying to read, okay? This book is already unpleasant enough as it is with the weird voices in your head nagging you to do things. Besides, I thought we already agreed there's no such thing as monsters.
Forward arrow!
Fine, you'll interrupt your reading and turn around, but you don't see what could possibly be. Oh my god, it's a monster!
It's a monster.
Strike!
You leave through the back door. Nearby is the transformer which distributes electricity from the underground generator powered by the river flowing beneath your house. The transformer was struck by lightning though, and no longer works. You wonder if your mother has any plans to have it fixed. You guess she'd rather play her mind games in a dark house like a weirdo. You can see the mausoleum and the portable generator across your yard. You're almost there. You regather your items and begin the soggy trek mausoleum-ward.
Get up, John! This is no time for slumber!
Strike!
Forget the W and make haste to the mausoleum. Retrieving the W never even crossed your mind. It's just a stupid magnet.
It's just a stupid magnet.
Strike!
You said, put the bunny back in the box. Now why couldn't he put the bunny back in the box?
No insult! Victory! Spoils are yours!
The amazing victory allows you to scale the first 2 achievement rungs on your Escher ladder. You are now a plucky tot, with a new feather in your cap to show for it. The Escher ladder rewards your bold ascent with 125 boon dollars. You waste little time storing them in your ceramic pork hollow. Additionally, climbing the rungs has boosted your gel viscosity and your cash limits. By expanding your cash limit, you've made room for all that nice grist you just collected. You now have 32 fragments of build grist and 10 fragments of shale.
What about that card?
It seems the shale imp has allocated the bunny to its strife specibus. Sort of a stupid thing to use for a weapon, but you might as well grab it and stick the bunny in your strife deck while you're at it. It will at the very least be safer there.
Okay.
You group the 2 specify in your strife portfolio. No self-respecting strifer would be caught dead without one.
That is the scattered bits of your large hammer.
Oddly enough, it seems that breaking the sledgehammer altered the abstratus from hammer kind to handle kind, even going as far as expelling the head of your smaller hammer from your deck to force compliance. You didn't even notice in the heat of the battle. You grab the sledgehammer handle, expelling the useless Harlequin figurine.
Now repair the hammer.
You merge the sledgehammer head with its handle, and then return it to your strife deck, repairing the hammer kind abstratus in the process. The smaller hammer handle is ejected from the deck, since of course handles of any sort no longer belong in there. Obviously.
Fine. Now what?
Dave is pestering you, but you don't have the time to deal with his nonsense right now. Something is amiss in your room. You can't quite put your finger on it. You fire up the generator and drag a cord into the mausoleum. It of course would be foolish to run the generator inside a confined space. Generator safety is everyone's business. Sorry, Jaspers, have to make space for the laptop. Besides, your final resting place is already a mockery. You should have decomposed years ago under a bed of petunias like a normal cat, not given to a taxidermist and fitted with a tiny custom-tailored suit, and then stuffed into a coffin built for infants. You plug in your laptop and connect to the internet signal again. Everything predictably falls out your Silodex, but you're not going to get bent out of shape about it. You've got bigger fish to fry. Looks like Dave noticed you're back online. He pesters you like clockwork. And there's John. What on earth is he up to now?
The door, John! Look at the door!
You're right! Didn't Rose yank this door off its hinges and prop it on your bed? Someone, or something, has put it back and left it slightly ajar.
What? This is so outrageous!
That's right. I'm sure you forgot that he dropped the ashes on the fucking Sprite.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember. I remember.
Oh, there you are. John said your house was burning down. Are you on fire yet, or what?
No, for now, I have retired to the safety of a smaller building, which is much closer to the forest fire threatening my residence.
Oh, well, that's a relief. John told me to get the game to help you out of there, so I'm working on that now.
Working on it?
Yeah, my bro's copy. Long story. Hey, don't tell John this, but I think he might have been right about the puppets. They're sort of starting to freak me out a little.
You're referring to your brother's collection?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's cool and all, the semi-ironic puppet thing or whatever. Or semi-ironic. Man, I don't even know. I'm just starting to think some of this shit is going a little too far, and it's kinda fucked up.
I've seen his website. I like him.
Yeah, well, you would. Oh man, I wish little Cal wouldn't look at me like that, with those dead eyes. Jesus. Sometimes I dream that he's real and he's talking to me, and I wake up in a cold sweat and basically flip the fuck out.
Interesting.
Oh god,
He's
why'd I
got
just
some
tell you my dream?
PTSD.
You're gonna have a field day with that.
I am currently scrawling notes furiously into one of the many psychoanalysis journals I maintain for you. Published papers forthcoming. Because, you know, it's not like either of us have anything better to do at the moment than to evaluate each other's radically debilitating pathologies.
Yeah, I'm gonna get moving. Oh, have you heard from John? He's not answering me.
He won't answer me either, but I am watching him. I suspect he is preoccupied with the fact that he just had a bucket of water dumped on his head by the ghost of his dead grandmother, who also happens to be dressed like a clown.
Alright, I'm out. Later.
Interrogate this madwoman.
Nana?
Yes, dear.
Wow, you scared the living daylights out of me. Well, I guess it was a really good prank. Good one, Nana. Anyway, are you really my dead Nana?
Of course, John. I've come back to help you on your journey through the medium and beyond. I'm delighted to see what a fine young man you've turned out to be, just like your father.
Okay, I guess. I'll take your word for it. I don't remember you at all. My dad said I was really young when you died. Hey, speaking of which, do you know where he is? I looked everywhere for him.
Your father was kidnapped.
Oh no!
When you crossed over to the medium, he was apprehended by the very forces of darkness which your presence here has awakened.
What? Okay, so it was the medium you were talking about.
It is where we are now, a realm that is a ring of pure void, dividing light and darkness. It turns in the thick of the Insiposphere, a place untouched by the flow of time in your universe.
You mean because we were inside a computer, or in the game software or something?
A computer? Why, what is that, dear? Some newfangled contraption, like the horseless auto boxcar?
Well, it's like this machine that,
Of course I know what a computer is, John. I was just pulling your leg.
Oh, okay.
No, John. You
Like
are
the
not
grandma.
inside a computer
Yeah, no,
or
she's awesome.
software or anything like that. Try
kinda
not to be
sets
so
up
linear,
the
dear.
story too,
The
at
software
end
that
of
brought
this
you here was
act.
merely a mechanism that served as a
Okay.
gateway. Its routines, in a way, served to invoke this realm's instance, yet it stands independently of any physical machine, and somewhat paradoxically, always has.
I'm not sure I get it, but alright. So what do I actually need to be doing here?
I think it would be best if we started with the big picture. Go on. Above the medium, beyond the seven gates, residing at the core of the Insiposphere, is a place known as Skya. Legend holds that Skya exists as a dormant crucible of unlimited creative potential. What does this mean, you ask? I'm afraid my lips are sealed about that, dear. But needless to say, where a realm of such profound importance is concerned, forces of light will forever be charged with its defense, while forces of darkness will just as persistently covet its destruction. And as it so happens, the center of this realm, whose fate is in question, these very forces duel on a stage stuck in eternal stalemate. Yes, they have dueled in this manner forever. That is, until you showed up.
Me?
Yes, you, John. Before your mishap with my ashes, you may recall the sprite's previous incarnation, which resulted from its kernel's hatching. You see, this hatching occurs automatically in response to your arrival. The result is a pair of kernels, one dark, one light, each carrying the information they were prototyped with before the hatch. One goes down to a kingdom entrenched in darkness, the other up to a kingdom basking in light. Each comes to rest in an orb atop a spire, of which there are 3 others in kind. The 4 spires are situated above a throne, and these 2 thrones preside over the 2 respective sovereign powers. And once the kernels are situated, this is when the game is afoot. The true war begins. Light versus dark, good versus evil. This is a war that the forces of light are always destined to lose without exception.
Quest of futility then.
Wow, really? Then what's the point?
That remains for you to find out, dear. For you see, the journey you are about to take is the ultimate riddle.
Whoa!
For now, your objective is to proceed towards Skya and pass through the first gate situated directly above your house, not even terribly far. The gates will become progressively more difficult to reach, so you'd better be prepared to sharpen your adventuring skills.
How am I supposed to get up there?
You build!
Forward arrow!
Okay, so I think I get it now. So I guess the battle against good and evil is sort of irrelevant. Well, I don't know, that all sounds kind of weird, but in any case, we build up the house to get to these gates, and then I can save my dad.
Yes, John.
And then after that, we solve this ultimate riddle thing and save the Earth from destruction.
Oh no, I'm afraid not.
Forward arrow?
Your planet is done for, dear. There is nothing you can do about that.
Oh.
Your purpose is so much more important than saving that silly old planet, though.
And that is?
Yes, I will have to agree with the float hag about that.
John, you are such a good boy. I know you will succeed.
Thanks, Nana.
You are a good boy, and good boys deserve treats.
Hooray.
I'm going to go bake you some cookies.
The hag mentioned cookies. Pursue her.
Oh, god damn it! That's just what you need. More baked goods.
John, you do not say no to cookies. I command you to get them.
You totally abjure the hell out of that idea. You're so busy abjuring you don't even notice Rose has been trying to pester you the whole time. You give John a swift drubbing in the noggin, but he is undeterred. That is some fit he is throwing. Perhaps you will take this spare moment to contemplate the Nana Sprite's strange tale. It also behooves you to record your thoughts on these developments in your GameFAQs workthrough/journal. It can be hard finding time to update it. In fact, you're not even sure when you found the time to write what's already there. Oh, is that so, Jaspers? And who do you think you're looking at with that smug grin? The last thing you need is sass from a dead cat. It's pretty much all his fault you're in this mess in the first place, so he can just button it.
Oh,
John,
how is it his fault?
Cookies! Now!
You refuse outright.
This impudence is insufferable! Go get the cookies!
Well, when you put it so politely, how can John decline?
John, you are stupid!
You really need to work on your manners.
Stupid, stupid, dumb!
That's not a command! It's nothing! It's stupid! You're stupid!
For the last time, I command you to get the cookies, boy.
It's just not going to happen, buddy. Years in the future, but not really enough to write home about, an agitated finger slips mid-keystroke.
Human etiquette.
The long and short. The medium too. I may have been a bit hasty in advising you not to bother with the prototyping process. If I spared you any detail, it was only to optimize your chances of survival. And if you find yourself begrudging the absence of certain instructions, which, if followed, would have resulted in your demise, then I guess that makes two of us. Otherwise, you're welcome. But the fact appears to be that prototyping the kernel sprite before making your getaway may offer the only opportunity to exercise control over your new environment, a place known as the Medium. Also, if prototyped with one or two sufficiently, albeit loosely, humanoid and or sentient elements, living or otherwise, it offers the chance to have all of this explained to you by an apparitional guide through whatever sort of cryptic, sketchy doublespeak your choice of prototyping elements engenders. In lieu of this, you may be forced to settle for my clear, thorough explanations and assiduous dissection of raw data. Again, don't mention it. If you have made it to the medium with an unmolested vanilla sprite, well, I've already covered the bad news about this missed opportunity, and I will go into this further soon. Though, to what extent this is actually bad news, I'm not sure. I know only the result of my co-player's current configuration, wherein the sprite was prototyped once before departure and once after, which brings us to the good news, which is that you can still prototype after your departure, and salvage the massively rewarding experience of haggling with an exposition-slinging phantom guide. So long as you avoid prototyping with terribly inert items, such as a brass door knocker in your father's pornography collection. Actually, that might be interesting. If you're struck by the spirit of such experimentation, please don't hesitate to contact me about it. So yes, you can enhance your sprite in this way, but doing so after your departure will no longer induce this effect on the medium I alluded to. That can only be accomplished with one or more pre-departure prototypings. In fact, we can extrapolate that there are only so many ways to prototype a sprite. Tiers of prototyping in relation to departure. Both before, one after, both after, only one, either before or after, none. Those occurring before will affect the medium through the kernel's hatching process, and your guide, i.e. the sprite. Those occurring after will only affect the sprite. The effects this process has on the medium, or more globally, the insiposphere, are still vague to me. They have to do with flavoring the forces that you will struggle against, and generally, all forces at odds with each other in this realm. It has given me some insight into the nature of the game, which, again, I derive through extrapolation. We appear to be engaging in an instance of a dimension with a highly flexible set parameters, and a series of objects surrounding an equally flexible mythological framework. This framework seems to begin as a sort of blank template, and evolves with the player's actions, and likely further evolves with the addition of more host-client connections, and thus more prototype kernels. I regret to say I can't be much more specific than that without loosely extrapolating further. There are plenty of questions that have occurred to me, however. Questions concerning the kernel sprite, which I've raised implicitly already, such as what is the effect of an unprototyped kernel on the medium, or a doubly prototyped kernel for that matter. And even more salient questions about this dimension itself. Do all players worldwide make it to this dimension if they successfully complete their departure? Or is a unique, blank instance of the dimension created for each new player? I have no evidence, but instinct tells me it is closer to the latter situation. There is no indication of any other players present in this realm. Alterations in the realm seem singularly centered on the actions of my co-player and myself. If I had to stake anything on it, I would guess every separate client-server pair activates its own fresh copy of an insiposphere, or a unique session, if you will. But the quantity of players is a further complication which invites more questions. It seems the game was designed to suit two players most naturally, the server and the client. But through a mishap, my co-player and I have slipped out of the obvious tandem arrangement, and the only logical course of action to continue playing is to string a daisy chain of server-client connections together, until presumably the chain is complete. Theoretically, we could complete this chain with only one other player, functioning as the server to my client and the client to my current co-player's server, assuming he can recover it. The strange thing is, though, in our instance of this dimension there are 4 receptacles for divided kernels, not 3. Does this mean we are destined to have a 4-player chain? How could the game know such a thing? Perhaps it does. And if this proves to be the case, I trust I will be sufficiently numb to the realization. I consider nothing about this game surprising at this point. And in fact, from the first moments of play, it managed to deviate so far from my expectations that I completely forgot what my original purpose with it was. I had chances to test some information I obtained on good authority during the prototyping phases, but it completely slipped my mind. Instead, the game's catacombs securing the dark, twisting paths to necromancy were blundered into rather on accident. But perhaps you don't need to know any of this. Rethink organization? Lead may be waist-deep in logoriac sludge. Trim down. Blah.
Okay, I have to go.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have to go immediately, but I have to start getting ready at least.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, that's where we got to. Where did we get to? Got to act. You'll be on act. Oh, just finished act 8, right? I'll do where we got finished. Oops. me. That was interesting. It is interesting. I love Homestuck. It's like, it takes a while to get through, definitely, because we barely got through anything.
Yeah.
We're not even at like the crazy interesting parts yet. The crazy interesting parts are like further down. Like it is,
Oh, damn.
it's all interesting, but it kind of like, it's still trying to figure out what it is. But it's good, and I like it, and I love it, and I've done so many of the cosplays for it. I don't know how many pictures I cosplay. Anyways, bye guys.